before we get into anything?
Welcome
Oh,
to Paintball's Manosphere.
yes, there we go, baby. Paintball's Manosphere with your favorite host, Aaron Brock, one of the new guys. What's up, brother?
Going on, fellas?
Aaron, people may not know you very well, but let me just say, I met you very, very short time ago. Maybe like coming up close on like 2 years now we met. Dude, our friendship has evolved so much and so far. Dude, I'm excited to get into this episode, bro. No joke. And before we do anything, Caden, how are you, bro? I want to make sure that people know you're here.
Good. I'm doing good. Just doing school still. I'm almost done with this semester. Just a little bit under a month left. So
Hitting the finals?
Hitting finals. Yep. I'm making it my bitch.
Hell yeah. Well, I know you got some big news to kind of share with us a little bit later, so I'm excited to talk about it. But now we got our boy Aaron Brock. Brother, how are you?
I'm good. And I'm hanging out, chilling.
Hell yeah. So
I'm done working today. I know you got to give Caden his little intro. If you don't, then he gets kind of upset. He's a little power pig when it comes to the attention on the podcast.
you know,
I have to hog it.
once we get to like
I know he gets
that 2.5
he's
hour
always
mark.
trying to hog the mic.
Yep, starts getting real racist around that 2.5 hour mark. You know, he starts getting real into it. But speaking of where you just talking about how you just got off work, Aaron, you have a very peculiar occupation. Tell me about it, bro. I have so many questions for you, genuinely, because I'm a in your aspect what you would call a virgin. So now I gotta really ask you some questions, dude. What do you do for a living?
You get serious.
Oh, I'm a tattoo artist. I'm a professional tattoo artist, and yeah, I essentially poke people and draw on them all day. So it's pretty fun, pretty cool.
Dude, I think
Today
that
was an especially crazy day. That's what I was gonna do. Oh man, today was wild. Out of all days, like normally you go to work and you have like a regular day. So a regular day for me might be going to work and I'm working on somebody's sleeve, or I'm working on, matching tattoos or this or that. I feel most of the time I do bigger stuff now, but today was a very different day, even by my standards.
I'm so curious.
So it was first off, I was tattooing. It was one of my buddies that I went to high school with, and it was his ass cheek.
Nice.
Already a fun day. Yeah, I think he's competing for hairiest ass on the planet.
Holy shit.
So having to shave that is crazy. But then he asked for a strawberry and a banana together.
Okay.
What is that supposed to?
Yeah, what does that symbolize?
All right, I'm just gonna have to show you guys because it is, for the listeners, it might be kind of crazy. Oh,
Everybody, that's not a butt crack. That's just the fold of an elbow. I swear, it's not a butt crack. It's the fold of an elbow. What is that, dude? What the fuck?
So you want to describe for the listeners, anybody that might be like listening in their headphones, what's going on here?
All right, so I would probably say this is a 1980s scene. We have what's that one guy? He's a famous porn star back in the day, but now you got like Ron Jeremy. It's like Ron Jeremy has a banana, and then some fertile strawberry, freshly pollinated, just getting bent over on a guy's posterior. That's how I would probably describe that. With a ball gag. Okay. Do not leave that detail out. So, holy shit, Aaron. How was that tattoo, bro?
If you've made it this far, make sure you guys like and comment on the video and tell Brando that he's a bitch. But go ahead and check out our sponsors. We got Hormesis. I always got the red headband on. It's super tough. Thank you, Wayne. Brando typically has a whole array, but he doesn't have it with him right now. And then shout out Welts. Use code FTS for 10% off. Hatch got a beautiful camo on. We've been talking about the duck camo recently, so keep an eye out for Welts. And then last but not least, Cabo Dutch Paintball Park. If you want to come see us, come play with us. We're always out there on Sundays, so come check us out.
We're back.
What the fuck is going on tonight, dude? Okay.
Sometimes it goes off the rails, but we lasso it up. We bring it right back.
Now I'm like debating if I just fucking leave that in. I'm just debating, what the fuck just happened. But yeah, okay. Obviously, Aaron, you're a very yeah. what a ride. Aaron, you are obviously a very talented artist. What are some of your favorite pieces that you've ever worked on? Like, how could you describe them to us, or do you even have photos for us?
Yeah, I have photos of a lot of stuff. So, and my favorite pieces. I don't know. I feel like I get gratification out of doing different stuff. Like there's always when you do a tattoo that is something that you've never done before, at the time it could be your favorite tattoo, and it's definitely like meaningful to try to like progress into that. So getting to do a really cool one would actually be on our teammate, on Evan. Shout out to Evan. He's
Evan
out in
Wong,
Japan
dude.
right
Prove him
now.
wrong.
Evan Wong's the man. Yeah, no, he got his very first tattoo, full sleeve, Japanese dragon. So cool. It's
So
so cool.
badass.
And if you ask any tattooer, like, is that a good tattoo? They're all gonna answer yes, 110%. It's so good. It's classic. It never goes out of style. He sat through it like a champ. He never complained. He sat through like 8-hour days, which is crazy.
That is
What a
insane.
trooper.
He was a champ, and yeah, earned himself a badass fucking dragon sleeve. It's so sick. And so for me, getting to do, I have a couple like full sleeve Japanese stuff. It's just really cool getting to do that large scale work. I think for me, those are like my favorite stuff. Like on my partner on Rhiannon's leg, it's all just peonies, and we're probably 90% of the way done, and it's one of my favorite sleeves I've ever done.
Wow.
Evan's sleeve is like one of my favorite sleeves. I have another client slash buddy that he just tells me to go crazy with it. So his leg sleeve is really cool, but then we're working on his arm sleeve right now. And the lady head that we did on it, it's got some chrysanthemum leaves kind of wrapping around the head, and she's got like horns coming out.
Okay, that sounds sick.
It's like a soft black and gray realistic face with a little bit of color in it, and it's really cool. I got back from a seminar in Texas at Deanna's shop. It was hosted by Justin Hartman, who's one of the dopest tattooers in the country for sure. And after I got back, I got to apply how he tattoos and what I learned at the seminar to more real life scenarios for me, which I was doing lady heads, but I just saw my game kind of evolve pretty much overnight, whereas the lady heads that I started doing were a lot different and just leveling up. So I think that's definitely one of my favorite pieces. Yeah, it's always fun getting to do something that you're kind of nervous going into, and when you do it, it's really um yeah, nerve-wracking and just anxiety inducing, but when you get to the end of it and you see it, it's really like, all right, I am capable of that, and
Yeah.
it's really cool. I think a lot of tattooers, people might view tattooers as something like we just kind of expect that out of ourselves, which I think in a lot of cases we do, but even people that have been tattooing 10, 15, 20 years, you get imposter syndrome, and you're always like, man, I hope I don't, you know, maybe not always, but like you can get into like tattoos that you go, man, I need to bring it right here. I need to handle this. So it goes away and it starts to calm down, and you get more and more comfortable with doing it. But I think it definitely comes back up where you're like, all right, now I'm doing a full sleeve. Now I'm doing a full back. Like now I'm designing a full body suit. Like how
Holy
am I
shit.
gonna make everything like
Jeez.
flow together? It's really cool. So
The way you're making it sound, it almost makes it sound like you're a performer about to go on stage. You know, you're getting those nerves like leading up to the performance, and then when you're on the center stage and people are watching and you got a lot on the line, you perform. Just get it done.
yeah. Which I like. I've always liked that. I always like. I don't know why. It's just even getting drawings done in time. It's like I could have a week to draw something, and I could work on it day and day and day, and like kind of struggle. I don't get this. I'm not coming through with it. I don't know. And then the day before, the night of, it's like I have to have this done because they're showing up tomorrow. I don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a gun to your head, and you can do it. I don't know why. I like that.
Yeah.
maybe not like, maybe I don't enjoy it, but I definitely seem to perform with it when it comes down to that moment. And I think tattooing is definitely like that because there's no erasing it, there's no going back. You only get so many passes over the skin. You're not working on a piece of paper that you can just keep going and keep going and keep going. You
Uh-huh.
have to get it done, and then move on to the next part. You can't just continually stay in one section or go over it an infinite number of times. Like
Yeah.
somebody's skin, dude, you'll
Yeah.
chew somebody up.
It's like just
So
like what you
Sometimes
said
it's-
with a paper. It's not like you can just discard that. Oh, my drawing's bad. Discard piece of paper. Shred it. This is permanently on someone's body for relatively the rest of their life. Obviously, there's laser, and that's getting like pretty fucking advanced. But for the most part, people want
Yeah.
permanent on their body when it comes to a tattoo. Nobody's like, I'm gonna get
think-
a tattoo and I'm gonna laser it off. Like no one's planning to do that.
Right, yeah, and lasering, I
Sounds like
think
it
more
hurts.
people should do lasering. It does hurt. I've had laser done for sure. It hurts. It's very fast. I think people get kind of like nervous about it. So many people get bad tattoos and then just want to get them covered up. And you don't have to laser it so many times that the whole thing disappears. But if you lasered it once or twice, you would lighten it up enough to be able to do so much more stuff with it. So I always try to tell clients that have stuff like that, hey, you should really consider doing this because right now your options are pretty limited, you
Mhm.
know? But if you laser something, just like I said, once or twice, it can really open the options up of what you'd be able to do if you go out and get the right artist that does the style that you like. And, people take it, I think, very casually at times. Not everybody. A lot of people take it seriously, which, I think you guys don't have tattoos because you take it seriously, which is that there's nothing,
Cade's got tats.
wrong with
I have
that.
tattoos.
Yeah, Caden has tattoos, but he's not like dripping and
Not tatted
not
out.
covered. He doesn't have
Maybe
like
one
the throat
day.
rocker, I know
I know
maybe
about the rocker.
maybe one day that'll be him, just a Yakuza like
Jeez,
bodysuit.
that'd be
But
sick, dude.
could you imagine?
Okay.
Just
Definitely not.
the big old fucking koi on the chest.
Yeah,
Just a
dude,
full-size
so
koi
sick.
piece.
Dude,
Could
okay.
definitely do it.
Speaking of the Yakuza things, I went to a place where it was kind of like a show, an art show, and one of the exhibits, Aaron, I don't know if you ever seen it, but it was preserved skin.
Oh yeah. I've definitely seen preserved skin.
Have-
It's crazy.
Would you ever do?
You see like original tattoos from like 100, 200 years
Yes.
ago, shit from
When it's
from
like
Japan,
they're doing
where
like
you're
that long
what the
fucking stick and poke, playing fucking pool ball, lining it up,
Yeah, no, it's cool.
Is that
I
what,
saw
would
a-
you do that?
Would I do what?
When
Would I like
when
cut
it comes
my
to
skin off?
yeah,
and,
when it comes to
like,
the end of
donate
your
it
when it comes to the end of your life,
to an
are
exhibit?
you gonna do that for an exhibit? Would you be a
Oh
forever
man,
art
I've
piece?
always said I would get cremated, so I don't know. I don't know. I mean, my back piece is so sick that it would be kind of cool to have that just like hanging up, traveling somewhere. But I don't know. That's a good question. I'd have to think about that.
That's a good question. I feel like you could ask a lot of people that are at the shop, that would get their mind thinking, right?
I think so too. No, I think that's great. I always ask people all kinds of because I'm having to talk with people every day.
It's a connection.
So yeah.
You're
for sure.
you're permanently marking these people.
Yeah, exactly. No, which they're coming to you and they're giving you their trust, and you need to like respect that and have a lot of reverence for that because this person's trusting you to put something on them for the rest of their life.
Mhm.
So if you don't take that seriously, then like, what are you doing?
Straight
You
up.
know, like you definitely should.
Do you
So-
have a favorite art style that you like to do?
Definitely, I would say right now, it's like changed over the years. When I first got into tattooing, I really wanted to do pretty much nothing but lettering. So I really like lettering. Right now, it's the more I tattoo, the older I get, the longer it goes on, the more I just go into Japanese, man.
Okay.
It's so cool.
So I see the
It's
theme
so
in the background.
good.
It's sick.
It's great. It's like they got it right so long ago, and there's a reason it was sick then and it's sick now. The motifs, the symbology of it, the application of the rule of thirds, everything's just so cool. It's just so good, and it just looks like a tattoo. It's tough, fun to draw,
What's the
whether
rule
you're
of thirds?
painting it or tattooing it. So the rule of thirds, this kind of applies to a lot of things in life. It kind of goes back to Fibonacci sequence, the golden ratio, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
So even if you look at like a plant growing, like if you look at the way like leaves come off of branches, they all come off at a specific ratio. So you don't have, you guys aren't artists, right? Like as far as like drawing,
I could draw a pretty detailed stick figure.
I think people are
Good at tracing.
artistic in like lots of different ways as opposed to like a classical thought of it of like I draw or I paint or there's a lot of people that are into music or into creating this or into creating that, and they can be artistic, but you don't have to necessarily be a world-renowned tattooer to look and tell what a good tattoo is, right? Like you guys can look at it
Yeah.
and be like, oh, that's a bad tattoo.
For sure. I
Like,
feel like it's
we're not
subjective, right?
musicians, but we know when we listen to a song, like, oh, that's a good song.
Yeah.
That was a good
Oh,
song.
okay.
Yeah.
You're not a musician though, but you know it when you hear it. So subconsciously, humans see things in this ratio, and it looks like it makes sense. It looks like it works, and it all kind of comes back to 3. 3 is like the magical number, dude. It's it. So the rule of thirds in tattooing and then just in art in general would be a third of black, or solid, whatever it is, shading. A third of shading, or colors if you're doing color, gradients, whatever, and then another third of skin tone, negative space if you're working on a canvas. If you follow that basic formula throughout whatever it is that you're doing, it will pop so much more. Everything will work because it follows that like rule of thirds. It doesn't get nothing's like overly competing for the other one.
Okay,
Whereas if you see
gotcha.
something that's got a ton of detail and everything's packed in, you're like having to squint to look at it. It's like overdone. There's no skin tone showing through. It doesn't allow it to breathe. You could apply that to doing murals. You could apply that to making paintings. You could apply that to songs. Like that rule of thirds it's real. Yeah, if you study like the golden ratio and the Fibonacci sequence, like when you watch a tree grow, like the branches will come off in that same ratio. Like that's how nature works, and that's how our brains are wired to work. Like our faces are designed like that, like the eye to the nose to the mouth to the chin.
Interesting.
It all follows that.
There's levels to this.
There is levels to this shit, and dude, now I feel like I'm just not on that level, bro. God damn, dude. Dude, so amazing. And what do you? Okay,
I got put onto that, and that like changed everything I knew. I used to, because I was always like in love with art and trying to draw and trying to do this, but my shit always sucked. It always sucked, and I just couldn't get it. I couldn't figure it out, and it was a struggle. And then once I got put onto that, and I started to apply it on a day by day basis into what I would draw or what I would work on, it started to make more sense. And the more you start to understand that, the more the better you'll get at it. It's really something that applies to a lot of aspects of life.
Okay, for you personally, besides art, have you applied the rule of thirds to anything that you could give advice on?
Anything you could give advice on?
I don't know. I just learned about it. I'm just asking a question, just trying to bounce back. You messed up my whole perception of the way I need to look at every painting ever. So
we just went to the fourth dimension.
That's okay, perfect. Perfect. Okay. Well, go ahead, Caden. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so were you like naturally gifted at like art as a kid? Is that kind of how it like grew into
I wouldn't
this?
say gifted. I was naturally interested in it for sure.
Okay.
I think I sucked for a long time, but I always liked doing it. It was always fun. It was something that I always like enjoyed and found a lot of interest in. It was really cool. And then when you get like positive reinforcement from it at a young age, it definitely like drives you to want to do it more, which was really cool. I really liked that. It was something that, obviously your mom's going to tell you, like, you're so good at it. Like, oh, I love this. This is my favorite thing. But then when you get some sort of like positive reinforcement from like friends or classmates or
Even
a
a
teacher,
stranger.
whatever it is, yeah. And then from strangers, then you're like, oh, maybe I am good at this. Maybe I should keep doing it. And then I don't know. It was just something I was liked. But I do have friends that I look at and I go, wow, this person, they are like, this is somebody that's like legitimately naturally talented at this. Like, I have a buddy that he could sit down. We would go out to eat, and he would sit down and be like, "Can I get some like crayons and like draw on the napkins the sickest shit you'd ever seen?"
Wow.
I'd always look at him and be like, "Dude, this guy, he just gets it. Like he just understands, and he's understood it for a long time." So, but I don't know. It's kind of like a muscle. It's something you got to work out, and if you work at it, for me, that's what like ended up growing it. If you want to get better, there's no real like secret. It's just do it more.
Yeah.
Like the more you do it, the better you'll get faster, if that makes any sense. Like
Absolutely.
anybody can,
Yeah.
I think anybody can get it. I think a lot of people have this barrier that they set for themselves that, oh, I'm not artistic because I didn't do it as a kid, or
Mm.
I just was never that person. And I think it's just their own mind kind of blocking it.
Yeah,
So I
it's
think a
like you
lot of
can't teach
people
an old dog
can
new
do it.
tricks kind of mindset, and it's like people will get stuck on some of that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. If you were to take like 30 minutes a day and try to draw something every day, from day 1 to day 7, you would notice an improvement for sure. Maybe
Mm.
not much of an improvement, but then day 1 to day 30, you would definitely notice something like, and especially the more you applied yourself in trying to learn different things about it. So
Yeah.
it's just a skill that you're able to like learn and then really, yeah, kind of master. I don't know how many people actually master it. I think we all kind of look at each other and go, this person's master, no, that person's master.
Hmm.
But nobody really feels like that. Everybody just kind of does it until we die one day and
Okay, okay.
can't do it
Yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
Like we just kind of are always like chasing like this level that we'll never get. Like you're never gonna win the race. You'll just try to like maintain the lead for as long as possible. So
Wow.
it's fun. It's something you can do forever.
It's very well
This
said.
makes me want to take my art class again.
Oh, you
Yeah.
should.
That's fun.
Yeah, do it for fun.
I mean, I love what you're saying there, where you're saying how, day by day, it'll slowly improve. And one thing that me and Caden talk about, on the podcast sometimes is the Kaizen mindset is where even if it's just 1% better every single day, like your day 1 drawing is going to look massively different from your day 1,000 drawing. Imagine throwing a
Yeah.
YouTube video and then, learning a little bit every single day. Dude, you're going to learn so fast, especially in the day and age we're in the internet, where if you want to put your mind to something and Google it or YouTube it, and for the most part there's kind of a guide on it. Like I think for one thing that we're really good at, paintball, right? That's one thing that you can look up a YouTube guide and watch like a fucking J-Rab snapshot
Debatable
video.
in Caden's case. Debatable.
What the fuck? Why am I catching strays?
You got that sidearm mafia shot, dude, that hip fire. Not anymore, but
Bro. We've been
No,
fixing
Caden
it. I
showed
was
up
young,
this
Caden.
last weekend, and
yeah.
all of a sudden we just started smacking people. So
It's funny you guys mentioned that because Queasy showed up at practice and he was talking to me about how he saw my D4 videos like pop up and he watched it and he pointed out that when I was running and I held my gun like at a like a 45-degree angle.
no
I was
shot.
like fuck, dude. I was like, why you gotta bring that up? Like I hate this so much.
But that just shows, like over time, that's like your day 30 image compared to now your day 5,000th, playing
Fair enough.
playing paintball, right? Like you're
Makes me cringe.
sure, right? But the thing is, I would rather be cringe in somebody else's mind than imprisoned in my own. You know what I'm saying?
That.
Right? Like what people call cringe, right? Like whenever a paintball clip goes viral, like actually viral, not paintball community viral, actually viral. Dude, the comments on that thing are savage.
He dropped so many paintballs.
Yeah, the guy's dropping so many ammos, dude. His girlfriend must love him. Look at his fingers. Like, just stupid ass fucking comments like that, where people just don't understand, right? And when you do it for so long, and sure it is cringe to them, but it's a lifestyle to us, And
Yeah.
I feel like the whole mindset of things being cringe, like my girlfriend's little sisters, like we all went on a walk, and me and my girlfriend started holding hands. She's like, "You guys hold hands? That's cringe." And I was like, "The fuck? You know what are these little kids on now?" And
Hey, you don't want to see me and my lady on a walk then.
you know,
Oh, that's so funny.
You know what I'm saying, right?
No, seriously though, there's like a lot of different things that I think people are allowed to have like feelings about. Like, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Or if you think that, PDA is too much, that's fine or whatever. But when you're like really invested in something and you do it on a day-to-day basis, you also have to try to remember that like the rest of the world might not do that. Like paintball is kind of an esoteric thing. It's kind of niche. People don't all play paintball or reload or understand like if I miss 10 balls like on my reload, it's more important that I hold that lane and get it reloaded at the same time. They're just seeing it for like a brief second.
For
like,
sure.
That's how much they see it. And you have to give people like, you have to allow them some grace and understanding that
Yep.
they're not going to understand about it.
Never.
Tattooing is the same way. Like, I hear people say tattoo gun. Are you going to bring your tattoo gun? Oh, that's a cool tattoo gun. What about it? Never. I'm going to make this announcement for anybody that's listening that's ever said that. It's okay. Just so you know, don't ever say that. Call it a machine. It does not shoot anything. It is a tattoo machine. I promise you, every tattoo artist that ever hears that, it's like, that's cringe. It's always like the first thing you're taught in an apprenticeship is don't ever call it a gun. Ever. It's not a tattoo gun. It's a tattoo machine. But people don't know that. They just understand like
That's stigma.
what they've heard in movies or pop
Skin
culture.
prickle.
It's just kind of out there. So I can't come down on somebody and be like, oh, you're retarded for not knowing.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's okay. They're
Yeah.
not a tattoo artist. Like, I do this every day. It's something I've invested my life in. Like, of course they don't know. Like, they go to work and maybe they have other hobbies. Maybe they play the cello. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, like you asking them about questions about the cello, like if they reacted like, "Oh, you fucking dumbass, how do you not know?" But how do you know about A minor?
Yeah, exactly.
It
You gotta
just sounds
try to
that's
be
cringe.
graceful. You gotta be great. Yeah, being cringe is not understanding that other people like don't know about something that you do maybe as much as you do. What's really cool is educating them in a way that they don't feel stupid.
Yes.
Because then you're actually improving it and putting it out there, and then they're excited because now they feel like they know something that, which they do, is more in depth to what they're talking about, which is cool.
Especially when you're a quote unquote like master your craft, right? Like when you're considered a professional and if you're giving them advice or teaching something, it's like good advice. It's not going to develop into like you've turned it into a good habit and you're giving somebody else a good habit. It's not like when you're teaching somebody a bad habit and then they just now that's all they're talking about is a bad habit kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, damn, dude. Well, while we're still on the topics about tattoos, okay, 3 green flags, 3 red flags for clients.
Green flags.
Take your time on this.
Oh,
Take your
man.
time on this if you have to.
Oh, that's funny. Green flags, tipping.
Tipping.
Hell
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, but when somebody, I don't care if it's $1, if it's whatever. If you tip, that's great. Because for me personally, I really try to provide a good service and a good experience. I have a little coffee warmer that I keep my green soap on, so that like when I go to wipe down the tattoo, it's nice and warm and it's not like this shocking ice cold thing. I try to be present as far as, I don't put headphones in and tattoo with headphones on. If they want to talk, I'll talk with them and try to conversate. Some people don't. Some people want to just zone
Lock
out,
in.
and that's fine. I don't force them into a conversation. I really try to cater the experience to being something that other tattooers don't do. So, when somebody tips, like, it's always very appreciated, whether it's $1, it's $100, it's whatever. It's all like, I see that same thing of like, that's very nice. So that's definitely a green flag. Another green flag I'd say is being open to letting the tattooer or letting the artist work in a way that will benefit them. We do this every day. Every single day I do this. Like, there's so many things about tattooing and art that I'm thinking of, that I'm trying to think of, that I'm trying to apply in tattoos to give somebody the best tattoo that not only I'm proud of, but that they're happy with.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to find that spot in the middle of this is what the client wants and this is it. You know, like when clients say, do whatever you want, it's great. It's super cool. Or like not even that, but if they come in and they say, here, I want to get a tattoo of a peony. And you're like, okay, cool. Like, is there any specific style? There's a bunch of different ways I could draw this peony. I could do a Japanese peony. I could do a black and gray illustrated peony. I could do a black work peony. Like, what is it that you want? And when they're like super cool with, well, what do you think I should get? Or they have other stuff on their arm and you're trying to match it to that. Or, you know, if somebody has a bunch of traditional on their arm and they're like, yeah, I want to get this like fine line one. It's like, should probably get something else traditional so that everything kind of is cohesive. Like it would look better. So when people are very open to letting the tattooer work in a style that will complement them and the process better, it's always really cool, as opposed to somebody that's nitpicking everything. That's like, it has to be like this and I want to have this, and if you don't put these like five, like a great example I think would be the birth flowers. People love birth flowers, and that's fine. That's totally cool. Sometimes people want to get a bunch of conflicting flowers, which flowers I think you can get away with. I'm just using this as an example because you can make bouquets or whatever. But if you want to get something for your family, it's better to get maybe like one flower that represents your family as opposed to 5 different flowers that are all different, like a rose and a peony and then lilies, and then it's like all these like flowers that don't go together. You know, somebody might say, well, like if you're getting a tattoo, say for your grandma, and your grandma's favorite had like or favorite flower was roses, like, but she also liked Elvis Presley, and she also liked bowling, she also liked this, and it's like, why don't we just pick one? And then we do that one really nice, and then that represents them, you know, as opposed to like trying to cram in all these different things that kind of clutter everything and make it not make so much sense. So when the clients are like really easy to work with, that's another green flag. Third green flag.
So creative freedom. That was that one, right? Kind of creative freedom.
Yes. Yeah, that's a great way of putting it.
Okay.
I took the long way around, but that's much better.
That's what we want, bro. We don't want to. We're not trying to just be 2 pump chumps and just like leave it on the. Just let her sit there, stare at you. You know, we're trying to intimately get in there.
Another green flag. Showing up. For me, I mean, you guys know this. For me, arriving at practice, I struggle with being on time for anything in my life. I'm good with tattooing. I'll set up before I go home so that my station is already ready to go, so I can like walk in and get to work. That really helps me. But if you show up early, I'm probably not going to be there early. So when people get there, like either right at their time or 5 minutes after, that's always a green flag for me personally. But
okay,
yeah,
not bad. I mean, I feel like that's just like kind of courtesy, right?
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes they might even just show up early just out of like nervousness, or like, oh man, like especially if it's their first time,
or being excited.
Yes.
Yeah, which is totally cool.
Right? That anxiousness and anxiety going into it, where it's like, oh dude, like, you know, permanently marking my body, you know? And it's just some people, it's like an addiction for them. Like they get one and they're like, oh, I gotta get more, right?
It is. No, the addiction, it doesn't come from actually getting tattooed. Actually getting tattooed sucks. The process of getting tattooed is a nightmare. It hurts. You're uncomfortable. You got to really focus on it, you know. Me, I hate getting tattooed. I do it a lot, but I can't stand it.
I remember sweating a lot when that happened to me.
Yeah. For sure.
Are you guys numbing creamers?
I am now.
I feel like I would for sure be a numbing creamer.
Yeah, no, it's nice. I didn't use it for a long time getting tattooed, and then the more I got tattooed and the longer sessions and stuff, and the more painful spots, I like it. I don't have any problem with tattooers not wanting to use it or whatever their issue with it is, or feeling like you have to earn it. But everybody's different. Everybody has different pain tolerances. You know, somebody that has diabetes isn't going to be able to tolerate as much tattooing as somebody else. So,
For sure.
like, you can't exclude them. Like, I want the experience to be fun. I don't want anybody to feel like it's something that they can't do. They can for sure do it. It doesn't affect the skin to a level that it's not tattooable.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of like a cop out for tattooers that don't want their clients to use it, because then they get used to using it. I like it. I think it's great. Anything that can kind of like help you get through a tough session.
You're getting a tattoo,
Do it.
not giving
Why
birth,
not?
bro. You know, it's like enjoy. You know, sit there for the ride.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Anybody that says that, like, yeah, imagine like giving birth and having to do it all like natural and stuff. It's like, yeah, some people might be able to thug it out, but not everybody. So,
Yep.
okay, you know, it's
No.
not that big of a deal.
What about the 3 red flags for clients?
The 3
Yes.
red flags. Oh man, there's so many. Do you guys ever see? Speaking about viral videos, you ever see any of the stuff from John Nelson? He's a tattooer out of Florida, and he has like a bunch of like funny viral videos. I think they kind of spanned outside of the world of tattooing.
No,
He
I'm
always
not.
posts really funny. There's so many that are just hilarious. So, red flags are when people try to haggle on price. It's always somebody that's getting like a money rose, or like stay paid, or just something stupid about like how ballin' they are, and then they're like, "Man, you're charging that much? That's a little expensive. My homie can do it for cheaper." It's like you already know you're gonna have a bad experience with this person
Yeah.
right
I've
off the
seen I've
rip.
seen this guy online. I've seen him.
Post him in the chat.
It's a
Post him in the chat. I
nightmare.
want to see.
Here, I'll put it here for you.
Yeah, he always has like really deadpan humor, just very, and it's so funny. It's so good. It's always very like stoic, but
Oh, I have seen this guy.
yeah,
These tattoos are
a lot
fucking
of
sick, though, dude. Holy shit.
yeah, he does pretty cool like black work and stuff. His shop, everybody in there seems to have like a cool little style that they all do, but he popped off from the videos that he would make, and they're hilarious. So
Yeah, dude. I get like mesmerized where it's like there's just so much detail in a tattoo. Because obviously I'm just like I was one of those guys where I think one of the reasons why I'm so scared to get a tattoo is part of the stigma where it's like, oh, what are you gonna look like when you're old? You know, that's
cool.
exactly that's what I'm
I
saying.
got the
Right?
answer for you,
The
badass.
cool uncle.
Right?
That's what you're
You
gonna
ever
get.
see, dude, there's a guy at our gym that's in his, he's got to be late 60s, early 70s. He's got white hair. He's super old. He's like blasted, dude. Like sleeves, neck tat. He's fucking buff. He's the coolest old guy I've ever seen. Like, I hope I look like this dude when I get older.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's
Yeah,
so
like,
cool.
and that's another thing
Like,
that's
you're
like,
gonna be wrinkly anyways.
Yes.
Having tattoos or not having tattoos isn't gonna save you from looking like you're 70.
I also feel like it's
Like,
a good
you are gonna look like
tribute.
that no matter what.
I feel like it's a good tribute to the artist where it's like, you know, when they do age and they still look like really good, you know, and obviously they're not going to be like, you know, complete blobs, right? That's like the stigma is like they're just going to turn into blobs when you're old, right? Like I love seeing people that are like, I think the oldest person I've ever seen with a tattoo, maybe like late 80s. That's like the oldest person I've ever seen because I work with old people all the time, right? And so
Right.
we're like dealing with like World War II veterans and shit where they have, you know, Semper Fi on their arm, like dude, fucking
Yeah.
sick, absolutely.
Oh,
fucking
it's
sick,
awesome.
right?
I love seeing that kind of stuff. It's so cool when you see an old person that has like, I've seen like old Sailor Jerry tattoos, like
Yep.
actual Sailor Jerry tattoos, not like just that, you know, traditional style, but from him, which is crazy. Like that, it's so cool to see that stuff. And it's like these guys, they were getting off the boat and they just went over. They were a part of this. They were a part of this movement, which to me is like really cool.
It's the
And
OG.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah, it's super OG. It's like, but then it was just that was what was going on. Like it wasn't OG to them. It was new at the time.
Yes.
And nobody else was doing it. Like it was so unthought of to
Mhm.
have tattoos. So
And now it's a
really cool to
common
see
thing.
it.
Like if you, dude,
It's so common.
I
yeah.
would be surprised if in a room full of 10 random people, one person didn't have a tattoo, or like one person had a tattoo at least, you know, out of 10 people.
And that's
random.
okay. I feel like
That's
people
awesome.
always try to explain to me why they don't have tattoos, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, you don't have to have tattoos. Like, I don't think anything less of you if you don't. Like,
I want a
if
tattoo. I'm
you
just a
don't.
fucking pussy. Like dude, the commitment issues, bro. It's the commitment issues for me. Right? Because obviously, Aaron, you and I have talked, dude, a ton. Especially when like we're on those like you're doing your drawing nights and we're just chilling in the Discord. You're like, oh, I'm just drawing. We're just yapping, right?
Yeah.
And I've always been like, oh man, I want to get a tattoo so bad, but I'm just a fucking pussy. I don't know what it is, dude. But I think.
What's the first one
Do you
too? It's
know what-
very like nerve wracking.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
What was that, Caden?
I was gonna say, do you know what you would want for first?
For sure. I've talked about it with Aaron before. I think I want to get a shoulder piece, right? Where I would give Aaron full creative control because obviously I trust the guy, right? I want to do like some kind of Master Chief tattoo, right? I feel
Yeah,
like
Master Chief would be cool.
right. I feel like that would be so fucking sick. Like imagine this. Everybody listening, just close your eyes. Even if you're driving, close your eyes. I'm just kidding, open them. But I feel like it would be so sick to where it's like Master Chief's helmet and you can just see like part of like the reflection of something, right? Obviously, you have Master Chief right there. You got Cortana. I can't even picture it in my own mind because I would just tell Aaron how to do it and he would do snip, snap, boom, artist mode, and he'd figure it out, you know? So yeah, that, I don't know what it is, dude. I got commitment issues on it, but I do want to get a tattoo. I think
Yeah, that's okay. Like,
right.
I don't know. Traditional stuff always looks good for a long time.
Mhm.
Japanese, it always looks good for a long time. I think black and gray does too. I think you can make black and gray kind of timeless. Neo-traditional, like all those styles are really cool. The color realism stuff, it looks really cool in photos, and then as it ages, I don't think it ages super well personally. I've seen it done. If it's done correctly, it can, but I don't know. There's something that's just cool about like if you were to get a portrait of say like your dog, you know,
Mm.
like a cool traditional one, it's really cool and it's always going to be cool. It's always going to look tough. And yeah, I don't know. I think that's like a cool introduction to get into it. So
All right.
those
Well,
are
if
those are definitely
if we get 40 Patreons, 40 paid Patreons, I'll get a tattoo. I'll get a tattoo.
all right.
Right here, right now. I'm making that saying. Right
If you
here,
get
right
50, then Caden gets one without any consent.
now.
Dude,
He gets one that the Patreon
the Patreon gets to
Patreon
so
pick.
members get to vote on.
Oh.
Yeah, I get the fruit BDSM on my fucking ass
No,
cheeks.
realistically, me and Aaron and Brando will collab on like a multiple choice, and we get to like throw an ABCD vote in the Patreon. Whatever they vote for, you get.
Now we're getting into the Ink Master territory.
Dude,
Helen Keller on me.
we're about to start our own Ink Masters, hosted by Aaron Brock, dude. The Rock. Let's fucking go, dude. Have you ever been close to being on Ink Master? Like, have you ever like wanted to do that?
Yeah, I actually got asked
Your eyes got super big
a
right
long
there.
time ago, be on Ink Master Angels, and yeah,
What is that?
it was kind of funny. At first, I was like, I don't think so. Like, it was like a sideshow that they had where if you won that, then you would get to battle one of the girls, the Angels. It was like Ryan Ashley and Kelly Dottie and somebody else. And then if you beat them in a head-to-head tattoo, then you would get a spot on one of the Ink Master seasons.
Damn.
So, yeah.
I've always thought
Yeah,
that was
it
so
would be
crazy.
cool. I think just for the exposure of it,
Yeah.
it would be cool. I feel like really confident in being able to do a lot of stuff, a lot of different styles. The way I was brought up in tattooing was definitely like street shop stuff where you had to do whatever, walk through the door. So I'm very confident to do whatever sort of style there is at like a pretty proficient level. Like I have the stuff that I like, but I understand a lot of different styles. Even like something I might not enjoy or want to do or put out that I do it, like I can definitely handle. So I think a lot of people, especially nowadays, they've gotten into this realm of, oh, I specialize in this and this is all I do and that's that. And that's really not what that show's about. That show will be like, you need to do traditional. And then the next day you're going to do a portrait. And then the next day you're going to do Japanese. And I could yeah, I feel very confident doing any of that stuff. So it would be fun. You know, I think they've gotten better and better artists on as the seasons have gone on, which is really cool. When I saw Bobby Johnson on there, he goes by Glendale Bully. I laughed. I was like, everybody else is losing. Like this is in the tattoo world. He is like one of the baddest tattooers. He's so good. He's so sick. He won, of course, but just the level of exposure that you get from it, I think, is pretty unparalleled. You'll see tattooers that suck.
Yeah, I
that
feel
are
like it'll
broke
really expose you and
they're
put the
on that
spotlight on you.
show. It's crazy. It's super crazy.
Damn.
Aaron, I think you'd be
Yeah.
really good on television.
I think you would be really good on television, dude. Fine as fuck. You know, right? But
oh my god.
okay. Now, before we get too far away from anything, now let's kind of start moving on here. Aaron, I have some images for you. I'm gonna be DMing them to you on Discord, and I want you to look at them and just tell me what you think of these. Describe it, and just tell us what you think. Let me message where you at on Discord. Yeah.
Hey, you want to say something?
I was just
Can't
waiting.
hear him. Can't hear a thing.
Oh, you
Caden
can't hear
says.
anymore?
Okay, tell him I just DM'd it to him.
All right, we just sent it to you.
Sometimes you just gotta mute Caden, otherwise he just rambles and just talks and talks and
What?
talks. It's
Mhm.
like, God, dude. Can anybody else talk on the podcast for just one episode other than Caden?
That's
Am
what
I
I'm
getting trolled?
saying. All right, Caden, explain it to him. Let me fix this.
I feel like I'm getting trolled. Aaron, can Aaron even hear me?
He's not trolling. Give me a second.
I don't even know.
48.
Aaron, can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me,
There we
Aaron?
go. Yep. I can hear both of you guys.
Sweet. What a
Bro.
fucking weird glitch that this happens. Okay, Aaron, I sent you a DM.
getting
I sent you a
bothered.
DM on Discord. Look at that photo and describe it. Let me know what you think.
Oh, I wonder if I could just pull it up in here.
Absolutely, you could. I sent it to you
Give
through a
give the
DM.
viewers something to watch.
Absolutely.
What is that black and orange logo back there? It's weird.
Where's the photo at, Aaron? The people need it.
I don't know. Discord's
said-
not opening up now.
All right, I'll just text it to you then.
Somebody hacked my PC. All
I'll
right.
just copy it in the room.
Where is it at? In the general chat?
No,
or-
I put it to you in a DM on Discord.
Oh, here we go.
All these
All right.
boomers and their
Oh, yeah.
technology.
So tell me,
Picture of us?
what is that picture? How does it make you feel?
Honestly, makes me feel accepted. Definitely, I would say accepted for sure.
Okay, hell yeah.
I feel like it took me a while to get acceptance from Hatch on the team. I think he was the toughest one to convince to have me on the team. He has high expectations, so it was very cool. I think getting to just become better friends with you and become closer, not only as like friends but as teammates, and yeah, that's pretty cool.
Right.
That's what that picture symbolizes to me.
Because it's also, right?
Without sounding too gay about it.
Okay, you look like you're about to fucking explode. What do you got to say?
I had a realization about one of the photos. I'll explain later.
Okay. So, I think realistically, you're very right, Aaron. I think I do have high expectations for everybody because the thing is, once you join the team, you're a fucking family. We're like bonded for fucking life, you know. And I do not take that shit
Sure.
lightly. And it was funny. There's a Polaroid in your gear bag, Aaron, of you and me, right? And
Yeah.
it was funny because I'll just say it the way it was from my perspective. When me and Aaron were playing against each other, our coach Chim would put us against each other like weeks in a row, right? And there were just some times where, when he was the new guy on the team, obviously he'd get run down sometimes. It is what it is, right? Or there'd be times where chaos would happen and you just wouldn't read it fast enough just off of inexperience at that moment to where you get got, right? And then there was one where the recognition, you just like the snap of a fingers, came and got me, right? That was your first time, right? Actually getting me, the stabber got stabbed type shit, right? And it was funny. We go back into the pits. We're like, dude, let's take a Polaroid. And I was like, oh fuck yeah, let's do it, dude. And he's like, this Polaroid symbolizes the first time I ran you down. And I was like, damn. Okay, hell yeah, okay. So
he's got it right here ready.
Yeah, he's definitely got it right here. It's a very similar photo to this one right here. Very, very, very similar. It is very, very funny. Yep, see, there it is, dude, with the FTS hoodie. There we go. Such a good memory, dude. Right? Such a good memory.
Yeah, that was great.
Right? And I'm gonna send you another one. This one is very, very familiar to you for sure. Let me give you a good old fashioned DM. Bada bing. Whoops. Copy and pasted the whole fucking. Whoops. Wrong button. My bad. Copy image. Sorry, viewers. Deal with it.
Yeah, this is great podcasting. Hey, Caden, this is your chance to really.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. Well, I'm doing the dirty work.
I know you're just like biting at the.
We're just gonna get into a side tangent. I'm
He's
really
got so
good.
much to talk about.
I'm really good at getting into these huge rabbit holes with everybody.
No,
so
look at that
I'm
photo,
avoiding
Aaron.
that.
All he wants to talk about is conspiracies. When we go to practice, that's all he ever wants to talk about is 9/11 and
Dolphins on LSD.
Israel. It's just it never stops with us.
Never,
dude. He's
bro.
just always conspiracy theories.
So good. But Aaron, look at that picture. Look at that picture I just sent you. What is that? What is that one? Tell me what that is. What does it mean to you?
All right, let's see.
DM'd it to you on Discord.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, that was sick.
Yep. That's when we joined the call.
Screensaver for my laptop or for my PC.
Yep. Cropped out, by
I
the
like
way.
that picture. That's a cool picture.
Right.
Felt,
Shout out Smiley Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like I don't know, I just felt really strong during that practice before World Cup. Like it felt like it just felt really good, especially that field specifically. I remember our layout practice going through and Paul and I getting a little frustrated with each other over I went to the Aztec, the Dorito side Aztec off the break.
Oh, I remember exactly.
I got dominance, and then I immediately went into the Doritos. And I remember, I think we won the point, but after the point, Paul was getting upset at me, and he was upset that I hadn't kept them out of the Doritos. And I remember being like, dude, I don't know what you want from me. Like, I got into the Doritos, I pushed down the field, I was getting kills, like, and then he explained, and in this sense, like, I'm upset, so I'm like kind of yelling back at him, he's yelling at me, and he just says, he just explained it really well, where it was like, yeah, but if you hold this, if you get here and we have like this is the widest body, let somebody else do that, and then we hold this, and then we take it and keep them out. And I was like, we're like yelling this at each other, and I was like, fuck, that makes sense. Okay. Like, I'm just so mad. I don't even want to. So after that, I think that was on the Saturday of our layout practice. So the rest of the day and then Sunday, it was like, okay, this is how you play this side. If you get the dominance here, you shut it down and then keep them out, and then somebody underfills, or you go out and then have that person behind you take over that job. And it just felt really good. So I remember doing this practice at World Cup, literally just practicing that exact thing. So that's kind of what that picture reminds me of, was just feeling confident going into the tournament.
Definitely, because that was your first like official year with us, right? And when you started out Tampa, like, it is what it is. I don't think you got any spins at Tampa, right? But the thing is, you were genuinely such a good teammate, and that also strikes a chord in me, because, you know, obviously sometimes, like, I've been the guy that's been benched, right? Where, you know, you just have to fucking put on a fucking good face for your teammates, fill up their fucking packs, and get it going, right? And
I mean, it's an energy thing. You don't want to have bad energy in the pits. You definitely want to bring everybody else up in like whatever form that you can. And like, we're all a team. We win as a team, we lose as a team, and that's, at the end of the day, it kind of goes back to the family aspect. Whoever's playing hot, you know. And I think, me personally, I think on a tournament to tournament basis that changes, and I don't think that that's anything specific to us or unique to us. you can watch any team. You watch any of the top pro teams, you'll see this guy playing and then this guy not playing, and then the next tournament it's like a totally different thing. And it's like some people understand certain layouts, some people exceed better at certain layouts, better positions. Some people have good days, some people have a bad day. Maybe you show up and you feel good, you feel confident with how to play it, and then you're sluggish or whatever, you know. It's all for the team, so you have to kind of be selfless in that sense, you know.
Because I feel like that photo really reminds, that kind of, for me, encapsulates acceptance, where it's like, now we're on the same line, we're able to, you know, be the guys. Because the thing is, when you're on a team with people that only 5 people can play, right, you're obviously like competing against playtime, to where it's like, when we finally actually got to play together, right, not like swapping positions, but getting to play together, that for me was where it was like, it solidified the acceptance of it, you know. Because I was like, and there were multiple clips of us where it's like, we're playing the Doritos, and we're like, hey, you switch, yep, okay, let's go, boom, and then we do it in unison, right?
Yeah, the video, there was one of the games that we were on video where we're looking one way, I was looking the other way, and then we just switched like simultaneously. That's how it should be, is like friends and his homies playing together on the team. That's the advantage that you get the more you play with somebody, is you learn to play off of them and to talk and to trust. So you have these teams that, you know, people jump around, maybe they have this player, maybe that player. This core group has been together for a while now, and then the group that we have, I mean, pretty much the same group as last year minus Evan. So yeah, the longer we can keep this, if we can keep this group together for like 3 years, it gives us a real advantage. And I think for any team, any kind of up and coming team, you can't get, you know, discouraged because you play 1 year and you guys don't do super well. It comes back to what we were talking about at the beginning. It's a drop in the bucket, and every day you make that drop, and after a little bit of time, it'll start to add up.
Okay, so with that, how was it for you? Obviously, you knew Paul and you knew Chim from back in the day. Like, definitely want to get into some of those, the way you met those guys a little bit. But how was it coming into a team where you didn't know a lot of people, right? You didn't know me, you didn't know Caden, you didn't know Cedar, you didn't know Marv, right? What are some of the troubles that you had coming onto a new team, and how did you overcome them?
I would say everybody on the team is really awesome, you know, apart from Caden. But it was pretty, it was pretty fun. Like off the bat, everybody's pretty nice. I think the toughest part is I hadn't played in, you know, so long. Like I used to play in like 06, 07, 08, and then after that I didn't. Yeah. So
I was in 5th grade.
I was 3 years old.
That's crazy.
Well, we were kids playing, but it was coming back into it. I remember going out to that street ball event and having a good time. And I was originally just planning on going out for the weekend, just having fun. Maybe I'll go out every now and then play, but I had so much fun immediately that I was like, no, I need to get back into it. But in my mind, the thing I want to do is like whatever Paul's playing, I want to play with Paul. So I don't care if he's playing pro, semi-pro. It doesn't really phase me. I just want to play paintball at whatever that level is. So whatever the highest level I can play at is what I want to play. I don't really have any sort of like, I'm not really phased by that, because even if I'm not good at it at first, I'll figure it out. And playing at that level and playing with people that understand it and play that competitively, I feel confident in learning it. So I would ask questions all the time. I remember like the first couple months, I would ask everybody questions like, hey, after every point, I'd be like, could you hear me? Could you hear me across the field? Like, I think it probably got annoying for some people. Trying to ask like, oh, could I have done this better? Could I have done that better? But it's like everybody's kind of focused on their own game. So they're not always able to give you the feedback for what you were specifically doing. Like, I don't know, I didn't see, I wasn't watching, or I wasn't doing this. So I was always one of the things I feel like I struggled with was trying to figure out where my weaknesses were and what I needed to improve on. I would hear it, but it would be, "Oh, you're playing big." Like, what the fuck do you mean I'm playing big? Like, you need to tuck in more. You're not like playing the bunker. You're too casual in it, or you're doing this, or you're doing that. I think off the rip, I was a little too aggressive, where I would take like overly confident bites. I would take instead of just going like bump, 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 I would just take a big giant thing, just thinking, "Oh, I'm gonna be able to make this. Nobody's paying attention to me." But it's a smaller field.
Mm.
So I used to play 7-man, and it was like you could make a bump like that. The field was a little bit longer, whereas X ball, everything's a little bit closer. You can't really, yeah, you can't really do that. You have to check stuff off. You have to put people in. You have to really shoot your way into somewhere. And that was one of the things I remember. There was kind of a learning curve to that, but being able to be on the team or be around the team, I always felt like you guys have been working at this. Everybody on this team has been working at this and playing this for a long time, and it's a long grind. And I just kind of show up and expect to roll with you guys. It was
Who the fuck is
probably,
this guy?
yeah. I understand that for sure. Like, fuck, you want to come play with us? Like, who
Yeah.
the fuck are you?
No, I remember that exact feeling, right? Because obviously we were acquainted because when you were on that D4 squad for that one event, right? Obviously we shared a house together. We're still around each other.
Right.
To where it's like when that team kind of disbanded, and it's like, okay, well he wants to play with us. So, obviously I am all about giving that chance to where it's like planting a seed, eventually getting a fucking magic beanstalk, a straight killer out of a single investment, right? I'm all about giving those chances. So that's kind of what it was to me. But I was also like, is he ready for that jump? Is he ready for, because obviously, sometimes when you're playing against lower divisional people, you can kind of make those big bumps. But when we're playing against each other, at a high level of gameplay, it is like physically impossible to make those huge bites, playing against each
Yeah,
other.
for sure.
Right.
That's why I really like it can be frustrating at times when you go and you practice and scrimmage with like Impact or Dynasty and you shoot somebody and they don't come out and you're frustrated. You're like, dude, come on. But regardless of that, you're playing some of the best players in the world. So that whatever it is, they're playing the game how it should be played.
Mm-hmm.
So same with Uprising, same with Aftermath. You're playing these guys that are playing it how it should be played. So it's, for me, I like that. Even if I get my ass kicked at it, I like being thrown in the deep end and being forced to learn how to swim. I don't know why. It's just to me. It's the better way to learn as fast as possible. Is you'll see like this is the level. This is how fast it is. This is how it needs to be played, and it makes it easier to understand like what you need to adapt to and what you need to be doing.
For sure.
So
it puts into
that's what I
perspective
like.
what the mountain is. Like it's like, okay, this is the mountain that is set at. Get to the top. Like now I know. Like I can kind of see the path to get to the top. You just have to do the hard work of doing it.
Yeah,
On
whereas if you're just like constantly playing like lower divisional teams and stuff, like you said, you can make those bites, or you can do you can run through somebody's lane, or you can do this off the break. Where, yeah, against a higher level team, you can't do that. All those things get kind of taken away, and it like really refines the game to doing this, this, and this, because everything else is kind of expected.
Mm-hmm.
On the topic of like the things you're able to get away with, have you seen a big difference with what paintball was like when you used to play back in the day versus now? And like, would you give like specific advice to somebody that wants to get back into it after taking a long break like that?
Well, yeah, it's funny because one of my best friends that I used to play with, he was one of the original Jim's kids. He just got back into it. So he started playing a couple weeks ago, and me and him we talk every day, but we've been talking about paintball now, and
hell yeah.
Yeah, he said a similar thing of, yeah, I wasn't really expecting, I didn't give enough respect to people. He plays up at Uprising's field at DBS.
Okay.
Okay.
And so he's been going out and walking on a little bit with some like D4, D5 guys just to get back into the swing of things, and running, through a lane or making a move and not understanding how small the field is and that somebody can catch you doing that. That's something that he's had to learn. So if I were to give advice to somebody that wants to get back into it, it would be do it for sure, because it's so fun. It's the most fun thing that you could do, right? But there's so much stuff that you can watch, but watch all of the like pro matches that you can on YouTube, and like the videos that different YouTube videos you can find. Just like watch how they play, how they communicate, and also be physically prepared for it. Because when I first started playing again, I remember I was having to like tape up my ankles. Like, you guys remember that? I would like tape my ankles every practice. I would be sore. I had my cold plunge. I'd be like, man, I gotta hit the cold plunge because I'm sore as hell. It took me about 2 to 3 months before my body was fully accustomed and used to it. I started training differently at the gym instead of like just typical lifting and stuff. I started doing a lot more plyometrics and a lot more cardio, all that kind of stuff. And
Flexibility.
gave up. I think I'd been like vaping for a year. I gave up vaping. I was like, I need to be able to like play.
Yeah.
So it was all paintball. If
Yeah.
it wasn't for paintball, I wouldn't have done it. So
similar situation. I mean, dude, me and Cedar, we used to be, dude, avid nicotine addicts, and
it's the best, isn't
dude, it absolutely, like when you're in there like swimwear, bro, absolutely it is. But then me and Cedar one day we were like, you know what? Fuck it, dude. Like, we're done. Like, we're taking this shit like to the next level. We want to take this thing seriously. We fucking threw all our shit away right then and there. Never looked back.
Yeah.
Right.
You have to.
And that was one of those things where
you got to drop it.
Where me and Cedar, like, that was an oath we took to each other as boys, where it's like, dude, we're not touching that shit anymore. And obviously I noticed a huge difference. Like, obviously you gotta flush your system out after like 2 weeks, because you're putting fucking poison in your body.
Dude, it takes like a whole month. The first week I remember was a nightmare. I was just,
dude, the oral fixation for me,
so much anxiety all the time.
Yeah.
Then for a month it was not fun. And after that, it was like, okay, I'm not really getting as many cravings. Everything's a little bit easier. But man, the first week was a nightmare. It was, and I had quit cigarettes when I was like 25.
That's even harder.
And I hadn't smoked or had done anything. And then when I was like, around like 30, I vaped for a year, and then I quit vaping after a year to play paintball. And yeah, I would just, if any advice, don't ever start it, because nicotine, it's a nightmare trying to quit.
It's a bitch, bro. Straight
it's
up.
It's not worth it.
And I feel like nowadays this might be a completely unpopular opinion. It actually might be harder to quit vaping than it is to quit cigarettes.
100%.
Because, dude,
no, it is
vaping,
because it's
you're inside. Like, dude, you can go to the fucking bathroom. Like, dude, you can go anywhere and like basically now and just fucking get your little hit.
Dude, you can wake up in the middle of the night and like strawberry mango. It's so convenient. Whereas like with cigarettes, I would like smoke a cigarette and like outside, and then like whether it was cold or hot, come back in, wash my hands because I hated the smell, brush my teeth, mouth. There was like a whole ritual that went with it. Whereas like with vaping, it's gone. It's so easy. It's so accessible. You'd be like watching a movie at the theaters. Like, it's everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere.
Especially so advertised.
My cotton candy juice box.
Yeah, there we go.
And it tastes great.
It's exactly like that.
It's like little fruity flavors. It's not. I would argue it's harder. It's definitely harder.
I would definitely argue it's harder because people just fucking people. You can even get like nicotine patches, and I feel like dude. At least for me, the best way to quit, bro.
I've never tried the patches. I just went cold turkey.
Exactly.
And stopped.
That is honestly the only true way, in my opinion, to like actually.
I think I use sunflower seeds.
That's like oral fixation.
Bags of sunflower seeds.
The biggest thing you have to overcome is the oral fixation of being like grabbing it and hitting it. Right?
Like the hand to mouth.
Right.
Yeah, it was It was tough.
A lot of people do. Some people get straight up fat as fuck because they're just like, pretzel bag to mouth instead of, hitting a vape, right? Some people get huge.
I need to sell this right now. Aaron, what is the best brand for sunflower seeds?
A classic. It's like red, white, and blue. What's it called? Ritz?
Is that what it's called?
Something like that.
Is it red, white, and blue? Is it David?
I think that is David. Yeah, it is
Yeah,
David.
that's the one.
I like the jumbos.
Oh, but what flavor? What
Jumbos
flavor?
are great. Yeah. Just the classic. I go just classic.
Okay.
Classic is good. Dill pickle.
Man,
Solid.
I've never been about all those crazy, like, dusted stuff. I never had hot Cheetos or Takis.
There's hot Cheeto flavored, like,
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like, whole,
there is hot
flavored
Cheeto
stuff,
flavored
I just
anything.
can't.
Curious about that. I want to try that.
No, bro. You want more Red 40 in you, kid? No,
Hot
dude.
Cheeto sunflower seeds.
That's my addiction.
that's
Not
not-
nicotine. Red 40.
That's
Search for Red 40.
almost every American right now is like, oh yeah, Red 40, Yellow 5, hell yeah, right? But okay, Aaron, got another photo. I got another photo for you, my friend. I got another photo for you. Obviously, we got
right.
kind of off that topic, but we're still in it. All right, tell me.
See what happens when I open my mouth.
See what happens. All right, I just DM'd another.
How
one
are
too.
you with, like, your customer service at work, Caden? You chatting people up, or you just ice
yeah.
cold?
No,
On
I'm
beans,
chatting them
sir.
up with smiling. I'm like, "What's up, sir? Like, what can I get started for you?" I'm just like, "Of course,
Should do
sir."
an
Like,
accent one day.
All day.
oh,
Show
no,
up and
yeah,
start
speaking
speaking
on that,
Australian.
Speaking on that topic, I have a very bad habit. If a customer has an accent, I will start to subtly speak back to them in an accent.
You mirror them?
Oh hell
Yeah,
yeah.
a little bit. I've noticed it before
that's
where
so
a
funny.
customer comes up, "Can I get the beans?" And I'm like, "Of course I can get you that." I was like, like I start kind
It's
of
gotta be
talking
the
like
funniest
that.
thing ever. Watching this dude mirror somebody. Oh, you want a tin of baked beans? Huh? Well, it's Tuesday, isn't it?
That's all
Tuesday
with that,
for
yeah.
beans.
Hey yo, give me a burrito, dog. The real accents.
Oh my God.
Gotcha, bro.
If somebody comes in talking super hood, do you just talk super hood back to them?
No, I'm just like, "Get out of my store." Like, well.
Hell yeah. What a great picture.
But like that was one of my
Yeah,
ones where I was like,
I love this photo.
I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go behind the bar and take a photo of this shit. I'm gonna capture this moment.
Yeah, that was good.
So tell me, what is it? Tell me, what is this photo? How does it make you feel? What is the photo to you?
Yeah, that's family. That's it, dude.
Straight up, dude.
Correct me if I'm wrong, real quick. Is this photo the death of Brent? Is that the day Brent died?
That was the day.
That look at
I
us
looked
being
at
so
it and I
happy.
was like,
Look at us being
wait.
so
I was
happy.
probably being eaten alive when
Brent,
that
was the
photo
day
was
that Brent
taken.
died.
He was probably being, like, taken away in little bits to the anthole.
Jesus.
Dude,
Piece by piece.
fuck, dude. That was.
We're just sitting there
Devastating.
at Benihana's smiling.
I was recommending we should put him all in the fucking rice and just absorb his power.
Yeah.
But I'm glad we got a headband out of it, instead. Right? We got a headband. So
That band's cool.
can't complain too much. But I love that photo because honestly, dude, that photo for me encapsulates acceptance with also Marv. Marv has been Marv has changed so much as I've known the man from when he first joined with us compared to who he is now. Dude, I am so proud of who that person has turned into. And
Dude, even when
what a
I
great
first
friend.
joined, Marv, I remember going to that first World Cup when I played on the D4 team. I remember going there thinking, like, okay, this is like a warm-up event. It's D4, you're not playing with the semi-pro, but, just go have fun, work on how to play, and just get more accustomed to doing it. And I remember coming to pit for you guys, obviously. Then we had to pit for Impact. And I remember being in the pits and I was like trying to do stuff, like filling pods. And Marv comes over like he needed something and he asked me. I was like, I don't know where it is. He's like, oh, you're retarded. Never mind. And he just kept going. I was like,
You said that?
damn, dude. All right.
What a savage.
Yeah, no, it was super funny. But I told him this, I don't know, like a month or so ago.
Uh-huh.
I was like, from where you were when I first met you to the person you are today is like, there's a very clear difference. Like there's a night and day difference.
Night and day.
The amount of awareness that you have to have and possess to be able to do that, and then on top of that, to apply it and actually do it is very impressive. And yeah, he's really grown, I think, as a person, as a teammate, and yeah, he's a great dude. So
The man's overcome a lot of ego. Absolutely. Right? And
yeah, I mean, he played pro for however many years, and then he's the guy on the team that has the experience at that level, and yeah, would want to get back. I would say we all want to go pro, but I would assume like he definitely there could be a case to be made that he wants to go back like more than any of us. He's in the gym every fucking week. He's grinding, he's doing sprints, like he busts his ass and
literally.
dedicates his life to play paintball. So I definitely understand the drive, and then to shed the ego of all that to try to do it, I think is like an even more impressive level of dedication, because
Yeah.
it's like it's not just growing as a person, you know, which like outside of paintball everybody wants to do and every level that we can, but then to do it as a teammate, it's like it only benefits everybody. Like the fact that we're able to like have conversations with each other of like, this is what happened, this is what happened, this is what we need to do next time, instead of getting angry at each other. Like that's what elevates you. When you watch, like, I don't know if you guys watched the video of what was it? It was a Defy video from Russian Legion playing in Tampa.
Okay.
Did you guys see it? It was like
Probably.
a 10-15 minute. It was just of their finals match with
Oh,
Impact.
yeah.
I think so, yeah.
So you get to see them in between points in the pits talking to each other. It's like they're in the finals, going back and forth, point for point. Nobody's in the pits getting upset. People are still like J-Rab was still like, "Hey, I need this, please." He's still saying please. Like people are very calm. Like, "Oh, I need you to do this. Maybe try this." No, this is what's happening. It's if you want to play at a high level and you want to be able to make it play as a high level team and make those adjustments, you have to be able to communicate with each other effectively and be less emotional and less upset. And I think that he's definitely grown in that aspect of becoming more communicative communicative without being as emotional. Not to say he was super emotional or anything, but maybe just like without being like mean or harsh.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not mean, but like
think
being harsh
he
on
definitely thinks
somebody, being
about
like, "What are you retarded? Like, do you not get this?" It's like
yes.
he
Ever
expects
since the
people
fall
to
of
know
Logan.
it, which he should, but it's not how we should all expect like the most out of each other. But when somebody doesn't do that, going and coming down on them super hard isn't going to get them to that level.
For
Going
sure.
and encouraging them and then trying to figure out why they did what they did and how to readjust them to figure out why they need to do something differently.
Yeah.
Like that's what actually helps. I think he's done a really good job at doing that this year. So
I agree. Marv has turned into a new human being that, dude, I'm proud to call my friend. Genuinely, you know?
yeah, I called him on the drive home the other day to check up on him to see how his ankle's doing. But
Yeah, I texted him.
I don't know if he actually knows this, but
Call me
he's actually on my wall because I have a poster of the old DMG when they went pro, and Mar's on there.
Dude,
So I don't know
hell
if he
yeah.
knows that.
You know, dude, you should tell him that. You should text me like, dude, I have a poster of you on my wall.
Like, you don't
all
remember
hail
that.
St. Marv.
All hail St. Marv, baby.
So he had might have been the photo, but it looks like he had short hair in it.
Nah,
It
that
looks
was the
like-
Viking braid. It was
Before
just,
the
it's just
Viking.
no, it was Viking braid just all
It's
tucked
just
back in
tucked
the
back.
ponytail.
He looks like 20 years younger in that photo.
Yep, dude. All right, Aaron. Last photo. This one, sick as fuck. What is this one to you?
See.
Just sent it to you. What is that one to you,
All right.
my friend? Full screen this. Drag it over.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh yeah. Man, yeah, that's love. That was really fun. That was the first tournament that Rhiannon came to, and I think she'd been to a practice or something before, but her first time ever going to any sort of paintball event and getting to see paintball events It was really cool. It was to me that was like really special. The Atlantic City tournament was very special to me. First time getting to get spins in an event. First time having her at an event, and then just the amount of sportiveness and love that I felt from her was like really, yeah, it was really touching. I've never had that, um, you know, so it's yeah, it's just very special. That picture looks like I'm like super bummed out, like we just lost, but I'm pretty
They're
sure
just
that we were
focused.
just waiting in between
Yeah.
points or in between games, like we were just chilling, like waiting. Um, but and it was just like hot or sunny or whatever. But yeah, it was cool that I remember there was a point that we were playing, was it the Texas team, the one that Devin played on, the team Devin Stewart was playing with that event.
Oh,
Uh,
Something
Outlaw.
Outlaw, yeah, Outlaw Factory, whatever. It came down, I think like the weeks leading up to it, I was really practicing like my snap shooting after practice, practicing like switching hands, and I would like snap and then switch hands and snap.
Mhm.
And I ended up in one-on-one with one of them. And I remember it wasn't even like something that I had to like really think about or anything like that. It was just like, okay, I'm switching hands and snapping and battling with this guy just like I've been doing at practice. And I don't know how long it went on for, like a minute, minute and a half of like gunfighting. And I knew like we were up, so I didn't have to like press the issue. I just had to make sure he didn't leave his bunker without me knowing it. So I was able to just play calm, confident, and I eventually shot him out. And it was really cool. I heard like the whole cheer from you guys on the sidelines, and it was yeah, for me it was a big moment. It was like a really, really cool moment to win a one-on-one, kind of like prove like I have a right to be here. I know how to play at this level. At least I'm starting to get there. And it was really cool to not let the team down and to really like come through. And I remember her telling me like, yeah, everybody was on like pins and needles, like watching you, like, oh man, he has to gunfight him. He has to gunfight him. Like, he's got to do it. And she's like, and then you pulled it out, and everybody was so happy and cheering. And it just made, and I was super happy that she was able to see me do that. It's like a really cool moment that for the rest of my life I'll remember. So that's kind of what that picture brings me back to.
Hell yeah, because your girl is and my girl are similar in this aspect. When it's like when we come off the field, they are very loving to us. They're like, hey, like, what do you need? Like, they like rub our backs for a second. It's like, hey, like they're our peace.
Yeah,
And that's
for sure.
a huge blessing that not everybody gets to have, right? So whenever we do get to have it, some people it is a straight up distraction for. But for some people where they are your piece, and you can kind of visualize it right there, right? Like that photo captures it, where you're sitting there, you're calm, you're probably thinking about the game. I can't read your mind in that photo, right? But you're still in go mode. Obviously,
Right.
you're still in gear. It's like, all right, we're not done yet, right? Still like stay where your feet are, kind of thing. So that
Yeah.
I love that photo. I'm pretty sure Smiley Joe captured that photo, right? But
Smiley Joe's the man.
regardless,
He's
shout
the
out
one.
Smiley Joe.
yeah, shout out Smiley Joe. He is the fucking
Dude,
man, dude.
he's the coolest.
Love that guy. And
You brought up go ahead, Hatch.
no, you go ahead, brother. I've been
I
yapping.
was say you brought up Atlantic City, and so it was funny when we found out that you were gonna be on the show. I had like 10 girls message me, and so I had to bring up what's it like being the finest person on the team.
I don't know, man. I was gonna ask Brandon that question, but
Yeah, Brandon. Nah, he doesn't reach the 6 foot mark. He's not there.
No, he's not.
oh my god. You guys want to tell that story? That's a funny,
I
yeah.
mean, shit,
Of
dude.
the Atlantic City crabs that we had living under us.
Yeah. So
New
basically,
Jersey crabs that
we're
came up out of from under their rock.
literally, dude.
Dude,
So
yeah,
we're in Atlantic City. We are in this double decker duplex Airbnb, and me and Chim and I think a couple other people are kind of sitting out. I don't know if you were out there for sure, Aaron. Or no, no, I remember the story so perfectly now. We're sitting out there, and then all of a sudden this taxi comes up, and the side of the door.
Yeah, who ordered crabs?
Right, right, dude, straight up. Someone DoorDashed right to our door, and sliding van door opens up. These two grenades fall out of this truck, right? And they are, and I'm like, I'm looking at them, and I am like, if these chicks see me, I am cooked, right? They're going to, and so I'm like this. I'm like, oh shit, like trying to hide, and then Chim is also trying to hide. He pokes his head up like this, like barely over the railing, and then they dude, it's like fucking aimbot. They're like zoom.
It's like a homeless person. That's all they need is just a little acknowledgement, and then they're in there.
Yep,
they
and
lock in, and they're like, say
and
less.
For them, it was just a single gaze, right? And they're like, oh, we're gonna come hang out with you guys, and I am just like, oh fuck, dude, like Cedar's going to be so pissed.
Hatch did it again.
Right, exactly. I did it again. So now we have these two complete drunk women on our little porch balcony.
Just looking for attention.
And they
just looking for it.
And they're like, and little Gavin, right? They're like, you got any Adderall? And we're just like, nope, no Adderall here. And they just kept, they're like,
nitrous?
Yeah, like, you want to hit some nitrous? And I'm like, oh God, no, thank you. And then the fat chick, she was like, how funny would it be if I jumped on your car? Like, she was gonna jump over the balcony and belly flop on the car that's below. And I was like, oh God, please don't. And she's like, I'm gonna do it. And she's like coming up. She's like coming up to the railing, right? And I'm just like, oh my God, what is about to unfold in front of me right now? Like, because
you thought you were watching this Atlantic City crab belly flop this car from a 5-foot railing.
And I am just like, oh my God, reason. Bro. Because no matter what happens, I'm getting blamed. No matter what happens, no matter if she belly flops in the car or not,
there's got to be some level of personal responsibility of that in that instance, right?
And then they were basically, Caden, what was that one where they were talking about cats?
Oh, yeah,
she's like, I'm so hungry, I could eat a cat. Yeah. And then what'd you ask, Caden? You were like, what kind of cats?
Oh,
who asked?
I remember what Caden said. He was like, "Hey, where do you guys come from?" And before they were about to answer, he's like, "All right, we'll go back." Back.
Right? And they're like, "Oh, we've been drunk for 48 hours," and I'm just like, "Oh my God!" And at the end of the 48 hours, apparently we're here. Like, dude, that's not good.
Mind you, it's 3 p.m.
It's 3 p.m.
I remember it was Marv, myself, and Paul. We drove back to the field because we were supposed. If it was by this year's rules, we would have made it to Sunday.
Yes.
And we were very confused as to how we had a better spread and a team below us was making it. Like, how does that work? So we drove back to the event, have them explain that to us. And when we got back and pulled up on this whole situation, everything going on the porch. We're like, oh, look, they found some friends.
Right. And I see Aaron walk up and I go, oh my God, Aaron, get in the fucking house. Because they're going to fucking eat his ass up in a second. Right.
This is back when Aaron had that with the blonde, right?
That was when he was the blonde was kind of fading out. He had short hair, but the blonde was fading out.
Yeah. It was bleached.
And they're like, damn, he fine as fuck. And I'm just like, oh my God, Aaron, get the fuck inside, brother. Like, I'll put my body on the line in front of you. If they want to get to you, they got to go through me.
They're walking up, Hatch just like, get inside, just go. And everything was quiet, and I was like, oh, okay,
and they just kept
it was eerie.
They just kept dude, they were literally, they were feral humans. They were feral humans, and I'm just like, ladies, we don't have any fucking Adderall. Get the fuck out of here, right? And then we're kind of shooing them away, right? It's so funny. All these details kind of fade in my mind, but man,
feral.
What a craziness.
It is. Luckily, we did get a video clip of them talking, so
yeah,
we have some memory.
Of
it.
I have a 9-minute video where I'm just low key First Amendment auditing. I'm just my free speech. You know what I'm saying? My First Amendment right to record in public, and I'm just recording these bitches try to talk to us, and it is probably one of the most difficult conversations to ever listened to. You know what? I'm gonna post it on Patreon because I don't give a fuck. This is why you subscribe to Patreon. I'm gonna post the whole 9-minute video on there. Don't care. It's gonna be in there.
Aaron is known as the person that's fine as fuck.
Yeah. So now ever
Ever
since
since then, it's all I hear when I show up to practice.
damn, he fine as fuck. Said it just like that, dude. Like, dude, their super
Oh my
fat
God.
lip injected lips were flapping and smacking each other when they said that, dude. Fine as fuck.
I just remember after that, it was just us banging on the ceiling for them.
Yes, dude. And we go inside, and
Oh,
obviously
man.
we're just walking around because they thought we were moving furniture because apparently we were keeping them awake. Which, one, don't give a fuck. They're useless.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the Adderall.
Yeah, definitely was not the Adderall.
Probably not that.
We're like tiptoeing
No,
around.
no.
They're like, God damn, they're making so much noise. But we were literally walking normally, and dude, all we were hearing is through the ground, just like they're just like hitting the roof of their bottom part of the complex with a broom or whatever they're hitting it with, right? Obviously, they're trying to tell us to shut up, right? And dude, I remember I was making a joke, and they were leaving. Remember this, Caden? They were leaving, and then I was like, oh yeah, Gorlami. And dude, it summoned them up again. They're like, oh, no, what was it? What was it? No,
I didn't know you spoke
No,
Italian.
it was
Gabagool,
gabagool.
it was
It was
gabagool.
gabagool. I was like, oh yeah, who's got the gabagool? And they were like, oh, and like floated back towards me. And I'm just like, oh my god, bro.
Somebody say gabagool?
Yeah, she's like, who's got the gabagool? And I'm like, I have the gabagool. She's like, where's the gabagool? And I'm just like, you can't have any of our gabagool, lady. Get the fuck out of here. All right. And now Chim is like pressing these fucking bitches. Like, I remember he was like, I remember exactly what he was saying, but he was basically like low key just completely calling them stupid to their
Insulting them.
fucking yeah, exactly. He was just insulting them to their face, but just so subtly, right? So it was just so funny. And like when I think of those situations, I'm just like, bro, what a family we have. What an interesting dynamic to where we'll have each other's backs with these drunk gladiators in front of us, ready to kill us, you know, ready to suck our fucking soul out. Especially Aaron.
It makes me sad that we don't go to the NXLs this year because I feel like we don't get those experiences in LA.
No,
I feel like it happens the same.
I agree with you. Well, Caden, you and I definitely get those experiences when it's you and me. We get the fucking people run. Damn, you got big old booty out there, big old black cock fuck. Right. And
See, that's the voice I imagine you give off when you're working. Like, I could see you doing that voice.
No,
I love that
Yeah.
voice.
I'm
But
such a kiss ass.
I mean, okay, Aaron, you were one of those. You were one of those, Aaron, where at this last event we were kind of sticking around a little bit. Dude, we need to do something as a team if we somehow don't make it, but we need to all stick together and fucking do some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know about ride a roller coaster, but you know, something cool.
Dude, LA.
Magic Mountain's down there.
No,
Woo!
dude, no.
Go down there, Magic Mountain.
I do not want Magic Mountain, bro. I do not want Magic
Yes,
Mountain.
Yeah,
we do.
I definitely enjoy roller coasters. So
No thanks.
Magic
yeah, I
Mountain
don't know.
it is.
There's so much stuff that we could do out in LA. So
I
yeah,
mean,
if you guys
heck,
want
we can go
to
to,
find stuff to do, we for sure can.
Go to Knott's Berry Farm. Just a farm.
We gotta go. The food stuff is number one. We gotta go. There's a taco truck out there that out of all. So we went down to a tattoo convention a couple years ago, and we found a list of like the best taco trucks in LA. Right, like these places were like out of how many? These were the ones. So we narrowed it down to 3. We're like, we're gonna go try out these 3. One was a Korean barbecue taco truck. One was a seafood taco truck that had a Michelin star.
Damn.
And then the third was this one called Taco Sarabes. And the family migrated from, I believe, Turkey to Mexico 70 years ago. And they started making their tortillas in the same style that they make the naan bread in the Middle East. So they kind of infused naan bread into the tortillas. So the tortillas are like thick,
Culture combination.
doughy. It's so different from any taco that you've ever had. And out of all 3 of the trucks that we went to, they were by far the best. They're so good. So now
It was a seafood
every time
taco.
I'm in LA, you got to go out there. It's just a regular taco truck, but they're famous. Yeah, you can look them up on YouTube. They're hella good.
I'm so sad. I remember one of the best taco trucks I had was some random one off of Highway 5. I don't know where it was or the full
You'll
name.
never find it again.
There was like something
Gone.
Monkey. Like Monkey was in the name of it. And it's just random taco truck in the middle of butt fuck nowhere on like that desert strip. It's one of the best ones I've ever had.
Damn.
It's just so sad.
I love
wish
those.
I could go.
You know, the thing is, are you gonna fly to the next WC, Aaron?
No, I'm gonna drive with you guys. Yeah,
Fuck
Rhiannon
yeah.
is not gonna go to this next one, so I don't know what the driving situation is yet. I don't know who I'm gonna be rolling with, but I'm rolling with somebody.
Dude, you could
And,
just
yeah, I love road trips.
Yeah, you
Road
could
trips
just
are always
make
super
your way
fun.
down to where I am, dude. And we'll take my car. We'll take my car. You know, and then
It'll be
I'm
good.
definitely gonna try to drive next time too.
and because the thing, dude, imagine it would be because I think Brando said he has to drive by himself for some fucking reason, and so it would be me, my girlfriend, Caden, Yins,
I want
Aaron,
to try, yeah.
dude, and then on the way back we get some Andiamos, bro. Oh my
I want to
god,
go back to Andianos.
fuck, that place is so good.
Man, don't even talk about food. I've just been dieting for the last month, and I just eat the same thing like on a daily basis. So food has been.
Actually,
Oh,
think
that
now's
sounds
a
so
good
good.
time to bring up the my elephant in the
That
room.
makes me so
Yeah,
hungry.
send it, bro.
All right, here, Aaron. So you'll
Oh, he's gone.
you'll be first
his
to
voice
hear.
is gone once again.
Uh oh.
Oh fuck!
You just see him rage. He just starts
Ah.
raging.
Caden has, if I am correct, he has a relatively big announcement for us that is pretty exciting. So, Caden, do a
For me,
little
at
do a little mic check.
He's
do a
getting
little mic check.
operation. He's
Mic
getting
check.
operation. I knew it.
Wakey, Aaron.
Can you hear him?
No,
Oh,
I have no idea what this
I
big
would wait.
announcement is.
Edwin Woodwee like is like stupid and like you can't hear me, so I think he's Woodwee stupid and he's so mean and his flexes are kind of dumb.
yeah, he not.
Okay, I got him back.
Sweet.
Oh hey, what's up?
Perfect stretching.
Anyways, so first time I'm telling anyone besides Hatch, I guess the viewers will hear it too. I got the opportunity I got offered a summer internship. So I'll
Hey.
have my first time ever working at a big boy job besides Chipotle. So I'll be doing that over the summer. But there is a possibility that I won't go to the tournament if the timing does not work out. Because if they hire me and do all that stuff and whatnot, my very, very first week is the week of the tournament. Kind of not a good look for like asking time off on your first
Not
week.
show up. Yeah, they typically frown on that.
There is a possibility that I might not play this tournament.
I mean, the thing is we'll be fine. But dude, real life, dude, I would much rather have you. I would much rather have you set up forever.
Sacrifice.
It's obviously it's going to be a field that Caden would love to, if that's the case.
For
it's
sure.
It's going to be like a nice long ladder snake where he can get in, control the tape, and
I'm praying that something works out where I can do both. But obviously my focus is with a big boy job and like something that I worked for.
Of course, bro. That's
for sure.
That's exciting, dude. I'm very, very proud of you, dude. Especially.
No, we won't resent you for it, especially if we go there and we don't have any good snake presence. It's
I
not
know
like
you
we're
guys
gonna really think
I know
about
you guys
it.
need me for the snake and whatnot.
Nah.
Nobody does like me.
We'll throw Aaron over there. He'll be fine. You know?
That's actually what I used to play growing up when I was a kid.
I feel like that's where all of us, like low-key, were when we were younger. You know, you start out as a snake. You start out as a snake guy.
All the kills, all the glory. It's cool. Getting to play snake when you go in there and you get a kill off that side, and so you already are in like a dominant position. It's really fun. Like
yeah,
it's definitely super cool because you can make all the big plays. Everybody's watching it. You get all the cool kills. You know, if you're able to get on, this is something that I think. Yeah, I wish more snake players of like all like divisions would see this. If you go to their snake, you can win the game. Like you can pop up and you don't have to stay alive. If you're able to get into their snake, pop up, get 1 kill, switch, get 2 kills, and then you get shot, you won the game for your team. Or at least you should have at that point.
Yeah.
Because the trade that you're making for your body is so worth it. Especially if you take those kills off the Dorito side. Now there's nobody over there.
Mm-hmm.
Now you can run the play over there, and even if they trade you, they've lost that side. It's so, yeah. I feel like playing the snake can be incredibly simple, and it can also be, if you have like a good snake player in front of you and you're going head to head, it can be incredibly complex.
For sure.
But like I said, if you're able to get the kill off that guy and then you have the snake to yourself,
Game over, basically.
oh man,
Right? A good snake player should make it game
a
over.
good snake player should be able to run it. Yeah,
Right? And,
for sure.
you know, one thing that Alex Goldman said that, dude, really stuck with me is you should never get shot out of the snake unless they make like a dynamic move. Right?
Mhm.
Like, at no point should you give yourself a big enough gunfight to where you're losing it. You know,
100%.
always
Yeah.
be the guy either running them down or getting run down. You know,
Yeah, you're just, even if you're not able to shoot at people actively, you're drawing guns. Like, when you get far enough down the snake, if you're in snake 1 or snake 2, it's like whatever. But if you get to the 50 snake or you get further than that, that's when it's like just your presence is, they have to respect it. You know, if they know you're there,
mm-hmm.
they have to immediately deal with it. And that communication of just being able to yell, hey, they're on me, they're on me. Like if you get into their snake 2 or something and you pop up, say you miss your shot on the Dorito guy, and you come back down, you see the lane coming over you, all you have to do is yell that, and hopefully whoever's behind you is either your 2 or the 3, hears you saying that, is able to relay that information to the other side, and then they're able to start going. Because it's like, yeah, when I'm playing in the Doritos, if a guy comes far enough down our snake to where I have to like press in and deal with him, I'm immediately not looking this way. I'm trying to see if somebody can like cross with me, and then I can keep that guy's head down
Mm-hmm.
and just keep throwing paint over the top, over the top, over the top.
Apply pressure.
Yeah, but that communication of like, okay, you know, switch it. Side needs to like press now. What you have to do.
What was the biggest thing you say you've learned? Obviously, playing from back in the day and playing it at a way higher level with the semi-pro guys. What is the biggest thing that you have learned?
It's also a different format. Like when I played, I never played X ball. I practiced X ball with, like, back when I played, we were kind of a feeder team for Oakland Blast. So I got to play some X ball points long time ago, like 2008, with Damage and the Russians, Blast with Tyler Harmon, and it was, yeah, not enough to really have a concept of it. It was like 15 balls a second, and there was coaching allowed, and it was like mayhem.
Mm-hmm.
What we played was 7-man. So coming into this was like my first introduction to playing X ball, like truly playing an X ball match and learning about time management and all that kind of stuff. I would say, like, the core concepts that Jim used to teach us were relatively the same. The triangle, eliminate one side, press the side, turn the field. Like, that's just like kind of basic stuff that I knew that. So that wasn't anything I had to learn. I would say the stuff I had to learn was having less bodies on the field, playing 5-on-5. It really, like, the small ball communication really matters, and having to do like really small ball stuff and not playing like so individually. Like, as far as making moves, you obviously have to play as a team to win. If you play as a team and everybody's aware of that, then you'll win regardless of what you're doing. But instead of being like, okay, I'm going to go make this move because I think it's a great idea, like, check in with somebody, tell somebody you're going to do that, talk to somebody and let them know, or like, who's looking this way, who's looking that way. Those were things that I think, yeah, learning how to do more stuff to try to make those moves. And that was like a higher level lesson that I think I picked up throughout the year.
Mm.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. I
Food for thought.
I think it's as simple as we say it is, dude. For some reason, when the paint is flying, it is so hard to learn on the fly. You know,
Yeah, I
it
mean, you
takes a
have all
lot of
this adrenaline
exposure.
going through. Yeah.
Exactly, it takes a lot of exposure to that for that adrenaline to be in your veins a lot of times in a row for you to be able to think clearly. Like, okay, when it's like tic tac toe, you know, when you see the X there, you got to block with an O. You know, you like, or else they're just gonna win. You know.
And whenever you're playing a game, you have a bunker in front of you, and then you see this much and this much, and that's it. And that's why communicating is like so important, because
Yep.
you're trying to put the whole piece of what's going on together. Whenever you watch a game on YouTube or on the sidelines or whatever, you see the whole thing. So it's easier to make these like judgments on this and that. But when you're actually playing,
It's hard to recognize.
you have to be able to realize, like, I don't see this, I don't see this. But talking to the person next to you and trying to figure out who sees that and stuff. Yeah. I would say to answer that question again with maybe another thing that I learned was the zone control. I would kind of come back to what we were talking about with the World Cup layout. Was if you can get to this bunker, if you could get to the Dorito side Aztec and get gun up first, you can keep them out of the Doritos. You can just sit there and roll your gun and own it. And I felt like it was something I was effectively able to do. But that was something that I had to work on throughout the year of zone control. If we kill this guy and this is the widest player, you have to keep that as the widest player. And just your like whole my mentality was like, okay, go. Like, get to the next bunker, start attacking.
Be that guy.
Yeah. And I had to try to reel that back, focus on zone control, communicating, making sure everybody knows that this is what's going on, this is the situation, and then trying to actively keep it as that situation. You have moments that, okay, now it's like flash, go, take the spot when it's given to you. But doing that all while balancing zone control or balancing communication, it's like that's where like the really high levels of playing teams like Dynasty and Impact, they're really good at it. They know in a split second when to make the move and when not to make the move, you know? I think last weekend we had a point that I went to the center tower. I was able to control Harmon in the Dorito corner pretty much the whole game. And Hatch was able to make it into the 50 Dorito unchallenged. And all I did was just control. And it was cool because we were able to pretty much own that side. You were able to get super far. I was able to keep him right where he needed to be and not allow him to get any further. It wasn't until I think he had Cornell come out. And then the two of them, small ball communication, started to pick on me like this. And that's when he was able to get out and start advancing down the Doritos.
You know,
or it was Cornell. He was able to send Cornell.
Yeah.
So,
because I think that it's very interesting that you were talking about that with that one specific layout where you're like, hey, I go here, I lock this down. That is one of those moments where it all connects for you, where just like with Dynasty, you know how Dynasty is like, okay, they see this scenario, boom, like split second decision, plug the hole, go to work. That's one of those where you're like, if anything is ever similar to that, right? If the job is to hold them out of the Doritos for any bunker, you're going to have that exact same mindset where it's like, okay, I just got to hold them out. Right? I don't even got to do shit until they're out. You know, control them.
Yeah, like that play wasn't about me busting down the middle and getting the kills and making the play and being the hero. That play was the way that the breakout transpired was I can contain this dude, and then the one on the Dorito side, which in this case is you're the one that gets to go down and make the kills. Like, you get to go down here without being, challenged from somebody on, like, directly in front of you that you have to worry about. Is this dude going to come run me if I get here, if I start rapping, stuff like that. So it's not always about, like, being the person that gets to make the play, but about getting to set up your teammates to try to make the play, which is like the best. Like
that's more rewarding.
how you win.
Like when we have a point where we get to use full teamwork with all 5 of us, that feels way better than running down the side and bunkering like 2 people. If I'm being honest, because it's harder to do. Like
stabbing people feels great.
You're right.
And run people down feels so good.
But playing as a team and winning a point flawlessly, that feels even better to me, at least.
That is better.
That feels great. Yeah.
Right, where it's like we just win 5 alive. I look back and like I'm running up to hit the buzzer. I look back and everybody, the fucking flying V of ducks is coming right at me, and I'm just like, yes, bro, yes, this is how paintball needs to be played. If we play every single point like that, we are going to win every.
I think that's just how we expect ourselves to play, and that's what we should expect out of ourselves. Is that level of consistency to be able to do that point after point after point.
Yes.
It's tough. It's hard because every point ends up being a little bit different. Yep.
So like the other team might take Snake off the break, or they might play short, or they might take Dorito 2 off the break, or they might play short on the Dorito side, right? There's just so many different variables. And dude, there was this recent Instagram page that came out where they were kind of like breaking down they were breaking down leverage at a previous event, and they were like, the problem with leverage, and this is an Instagram reel. It was like the problem with leverage is their play calls. They found their bread and butter play, and they didn't stray very far from it. And other teams like Houston Heat were capitalizing on it. And that the reason why leverage is losing is because they just need more variables and just more. I thought it was a very, very well made video. I gotta try to find it and send it to you guys. But if you start doing the exact same thing, dude, the good teams are going to pick up on that shit in a second.
Yeah. That's something about X-Ball, I think, that because you get to play multiple points against other people in a match, it's imperative that you're able to do that. Huh?
It's like strategic, like when you're able to do that.
I think like you have this like game plan of like, okay, this is the play that we know, like we like. These are the bunkers that we know we need to get to, but maybe there's like a different way of getting there. Maybe instead of like running, straight across and going from this bunker to this bunker to this bunker, it worked last time. Now this time they're gonna try, obviously, to stop that. Maybe we send the guy out to the corner and then have him shoot up there, or maybe we don't shoot this side with 1 gun this time. Maybe we delay 2 guns and really try to shoot this side because we think they're going to try to send a runner to the snake.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many different things. I think having different looks, and that's also why you have a roster of like 10 guys, is you can play different people that have different strengths or have different, X factors to them. That you need to have 2 guys in the snake, you have 2 snake players on the field. Or if you need to have more guns up off break, you have guys that are better shooters.
Mm-hmm.
Or if you need to like win a point that,
speed play.
It's like we got a minute to hold out. This is all we need to do. We don't need people that are going to be like making like moves to try to like get down the field, because like that's the type of like play that they do. You have to have all these different things. I think that's where having 10 people kind of comes in handy.
I agree.
And to play different stuff.
I agree, because the thing is, with what you said, is everybody does play different, right? And even like, even what we were talking about with Jared Sherman, we were talking about height. Even height is like a huge factor in certain things, right?
For sure.
Switching a guy like Paul from shooting the snake lane, and then having him be like, okay, go to this side and shoot a different shot, but for the same guy. They're just like it's a different chess, not checkers,
Yeah.
Like Brando's just not as good.
Brando is just not as good. But
catching strays out here. Caden's been catching all the strays, so he's trying to take some of them and shoot them back at fucking Brandon.
Throw it at the person that's not here right now on vacay.
Yeah, straight up, dude. He is on vacay. What a little bitch.
I do have a topic from Brando that I'll bring up.
Oh hell yeah, let's hear it.
So hear that you're fascinated with trains, Aaron. Talk to me about that.
I like trains, man. When I was a little kid, I always liked trains. They're cool.
Would
you say you have autism?
Yes, I would say that. I definitely feel autistic at times. Yeah, I don't know. When I was a little kid, I just really liked trains. I used to tell my mom, like, Mom, I see trains when I close my eyes. Like, it was crazy. She would take me down to the rail yard. We have a really big train yard here in Reno. She would take me down there and watch the trains go by. I don't know. I've just always liked them. They're cool.
Hell yeah.
Have you ever been to the train museum down here in Sacramento?
Long time ago when I was a kid.
We should go. We
down
should
in
all go.
Old Sac.
I say that could be an adventure for us.
I haven't been there since I was older, but yeah, I'd love to go. Yeah, trains are sick.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So we got something planned now. Look at that.
There we go, dude. Team bonding, right? And you know, to stack on top of this, right? I want to also bring up another activity, Aaron, that we do team bonding. You know, we do this thing where we use a building exercises where we kill human traffickers and terrorists in Ready or Not. You know, I don't know if you guys have ever heard about this game, Ready or Not, but that is a real
The video game talk has come up. It comes up every episode. It's always video games.
Yep, this is one of the best exercises you could possibly do with your paintball team that is not playing paintball.
It really is, though. It really is. I try to talk everybody into playing this game.
Elden Ring.
Nobody wants to play this game with me. I try to talk everybody at the shop, all my friends that are outside of paintball. I'm like, you guys need to download this. You need to come play Ready or Not. It's so fun. Playing it individually is fun, but then playing it with friends, like when me and Hatch play it with each other, it's so much more fun.
Dude, you know, one of my favorite things that we do whenever we play Ready or Not is when one of us dies. We don't just
I'm doing the podcast.
I'm on it. Who's that? Who's that?
No, you can't be on the podcast.
Who is it?
Paintball podcast. It's my buddy Adam. Adam wants to be on the podcast.
Let's give Adam a single sentence. Let's give Adam a single sentence.
Hold on. They said you get a single sentence.
Yeah, I was just seeing if you were still pulling up.
All right, well, that was a good sentence. That was it. That was your one. You don't get any more.
God damn it, Adam.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
We're busy.
After this.
Wow, what question was I gonna ask?
All right, bye.
I just lost my train of thought.
I want to hear.
No, it was about Ready or Not.
Yes. Ready or Not. One of my favorite things that we do is when we clear a room, and obviously sometimes you're unfortunately on the other end of the boomstick, where when we die, we don't say that oh man, you got me, I'm dead, dude. No joke. We will be like, and then it's like
walk me through a full room breakdown. Let me hear the comms. Let me hear everything that goes down.
Well, first,
stack the door, flashbang the room.
Yeah. First, Aaron, what we do is I have Aaron walk up to the door with his mirror gun. We check underneath for tripwires. He's like, all right, tango at 2 o'clock. Tango at 2 o'clock. I'm like, okay, sweet. I bring my battering ram up. We make sure that there's no tripwire, right? No tripwire, we're good. Bring out my battering ram. Smack the door open. Aaron comes in, smokes that dude, flashes the right, save the hostages. And then that's just one room.
You just you gotta clear the house just like you actually would imagine if you were actually doing it. So like the mirror gun goes under. Sometimes they'll booby trap the doors. Like when he's talking about the
tripwire.
They'll booby trap the doors. It's not every door, and the doors change every time. So you never know. So you always have to like check it. So if it does have one, you have to peek it and then diffuse it, and then you can bang. But if you just go banging in the door, like
you're dead.
You gotta be ready. You gotta know if they're in there. So using like the a clock analogy, like, all right, he's at 11 o'clock, 2 o'clock, whatever. That really helps you kind of triangulate where the person is at when you enter the room. If there's multiple people in there, it's always helpful to try to throw a flashbang in. That way you have the element of surprise going in, and you can take them down before they get shots on you. Because you're trying to go through this point of entry, then it's like you're just a
with
target.
Dudes staring at the doorway, ready for you to come in.
It's so, like, the reality of it, it's so real. Like, for being a video game, it's very tough. Like, if you don't treat it like you're really doing it, like, you won't win.
You're gonna die.
So, is there any
you do have to like pie doors, and
yep,
it's very like close quarter combat type
Is there
situations.
any moments where you guys are like get on the ground, or is it just like instant like body
Yeah, no,
body?
you
body?
press a
Dude,
key like on
yeah.
my PC, it's like F. So if I press F, my character's like,
Get
"Get
on
on
the
the
fucking
fucking ground,
ground."
scumbag!"
Yeah.
I said, "Get down!" Like it's
Drop
super
the
funny.
fucking knife, scumbag.
Yeah, it's so funny because it's like these
Okay.
like really yelling all that stuff. Sometimes they'll fake you out. They'll start to like put the knife down, and then they'll jump up and try to stab you. You got to be on your toes.
Yeah, or like if you're arresting
So-
somebody, the person next to them will, while you're stuck in the animation of putting their hands behind their back, they will pull out a gun out of their waistband and kill you. Like,
Oh, it's the worst.
it is like
You got to make sure everybody's controlled. Everybody has
100%.
to get zip tied, thrown on the ground, just so we all know what we're dealing with.
Even the
Everybody's
civilians.
safe.
Even the civilians,
the
you have
civilians.
to, right? Just for safety measures, you don't know.
It's
right?
crazy,
and that is like a
the
legitimate
levels
factor.
in that game are crazy too. There's like a school shooting where you got to bust into this college and take out the school shooters before they start killing hostages.
And there's bombs set up, so it's like you have to
It's
go
so
and like, defuse the
intense.
bombs. Like it is, and the thing is, you have like the headset. You have like the what are they called? Owl. I think they're called Owl or some shit, right? That's like the people, the recon people are called, and they're like Owl to
Ready
talk.
or Not is actually
right?
Ready or Not is half off right now.
Buy it right now.
But for the fans that want it,
Buy it
half
right
off right now.
now.
I'll buy it right now.
This podcast is now sponsored by Ready or Not.
Dude,
That was probably the best ad you could get.
Straight up, like it is.
No, it's fun. It's
the
a
thing
super
is,
fun game.
What is so crazy is like during the school shooter one, you'll like find one and you'll be like, get on the ground. They won't shoot because if you catch like their backs, they won't like turn around and blast you. They'll be like, they're realistic. They'll be like, whoa, like you caught me. Like let me put the gun on the ground.
And then you can't shoot them if they're like giving up. Like you can't shoot them.
Or else you lose points. It's like a grade system, right? And like S is obviously the highest, and I think E is the lowest. E for not excellent, right? And man, dude, it's so crazy where they're about to put their gun down, and then we're like, get on the ground. They pick up their gun and they will kill themselves, and then you just lose points for that. Like, dude, it is.
That's insane.
The game is so realistic.
The game is wild.
So
it's
much
so
fun.
wild. I'm surprised that more people don't play. It's so fun.
So
it's
much
so
fucking
cool.
fun. Where
I uninstalled Call of Duty off my computer. I was like, I'm over
Call of
this.
Duty
This game
is
so dumb.
a complete piece of shit. What, Caden?
Depends what Call of Duty we're talking about. But
No,
anyway,
you're right about that.
Aaron, would you say that's
Warzone.
would you say that's one of your favorite? Yeah, fuck Warzone. Would you say that's one of your favorite video games right now? Do you have another favorite video game?
No, that's pretty much the only one I've been playing lately. I got the Nintendo out in the living room. I have my racing sim, but I haven't raced on it in a while. I need to get it set back up. I'll play F1 and I'll race on that, and that's like definitely one of my favorite things to play and to do. It's
on your inner
so much
Verstappen?
fun. I can't stand Verstappen, dude. I'm a Mercedes
What?
fan.
That is.
I'm a Mercedes fan.
Fucking
Verstappen,
Hamilton, get out of here.
the real ones. Yeah, no, Verstappen was like, yeah, I can't stand that.
Just hates the best.
Man, you're a Netflix fan. You're just a Netflix F1 fan.
He's like, yeah, I just watched the F1 movie. That's it.
No, I'm not talking. The F1 movie is actually really good. I actually really like the movie.
And Verstappen is he's a good driver, but yeah, he's definitely not somebody that I like. Some of my like really close friends are like really big Verstappen fans, and so we get into like very heated arguments about this.
Oh hell yeah!
Like we've gone to we've been to Texas, and we were like, I was wearing my Mercedes jersey, he was wearing his Red Bull jersey. Yeah, we definitely like go back and forth on it, but yeah, I'm a Mercedes fan, so I like George Russell. I like Lewis Hamilton. I like Lewis Hamilton first, and then I started watching George when he was in F2. I was like, dude, he's great. And then we picked him up, which was even cooler. So I think George wins the title this year. I'm gonna place my bet right now.
I think we should put money on the line right now.
I got it. I'll do it.
I'll be the referee. Caden, put the money down.
Yeah. Well, he knows Max's car is named top 3 this year, so
damn.
Yeah,
they
have
money
like
down
the
right
most
now.
dominant car for the last couple of years, but yeah, Max is talking
about the driver.
retiring. He's like, well, since my car isn't that fast, maybe I'll just retire. So
no,
retire.
I don't know what kind of all-time great
he
says
probably
that,
has
but
so much money from Bro's
Yeah.
probably just loaded.
All of them. Yeah, all those guys are richer than God.
All of F1. Yeah.
So,
Like,
dude, the amount of
and
money
they all
influx.
live in Monaco, the tax
I mean,
haven of the
F1's like
planet. Like, they
F1's
don't
like
pay
barely
any
more expensive than
taxes
paintball.
living there. It's insane.
That dude,
Paintball's like almost as expensive as F1. Like almost.
almost, almost.
So I bought not the wheel. Rhiannon got me the wheel for my birthday. But there's like a base that the wheel plugs into that, controls it and gives it the feedback.
Mhm.
I bought that from a kid on Facebook Marketplace, somewhere in the Midwest. He was like 15. So I talked with his dad. His dad's like, all right, I'm going to ship it out to you. A couple $100. He's like, this is for my son's racing sim. He's a go-kart racer. He races karts. He's karting. He's like, we do it super competitively. He's like, I have to work a second job just so we can do it. It costs me like 80 grand a year. I was like, oh shit. And he's like, for
For
this
the
15-year-old to kart. Yeah.
Damn.
So
Be
they
glad
do
my
it
kid
on a
plays
national
paintball.
level. Well, then he goes, yeah. I was like, damn. I had the same reaction. I was like, that's insane. You work a second job just to put this kid up through this. He's like,
What a
yeah.
good dad.
He's like, one of the kids, he's like, just to give you some context of like how this is, one of the kids that he races with is the son of a NASCAR driver. And this dude spends $300,000 a year for his
Holy
kid to kart.
fuck.
He spends way more money, and this kid has like way more accessibility for
Yeah.
it. So I was like, it's an expensive sport. I remember actually back in the day when we were playing on Jim's Kids, there was a dude named Mark Green that played with us, and I think he was around 30. Maybe he was in his like late 20s at the time. Super nice guy. Mark was awesome. Chim knows him. He came from karting and started playing paintball because it was more affordable. He's like,
Wow.
this is way better. This is way more
Hell yeah.
doable.
Fuck yeah.
Different adrenaline.
Way different adrenaline, honestly.
Still fun. Yeah. I don't know. The adrenaline of
you know what
like
I would put
racing
money
is
on?
definitely good.
What I would put money on is if we ever went go karting, I would put money on.
That's what
winning.
we should do. When you guys come up,
I will put money on that.
when you guys come up to Reno, there's a new go-kart track here. You should go do it.
Is it in Andretti?
Is it good?
It's supposed to be sick. It's a need to speed, but then I think it's like a 2-level track. They just finished building it last year. My buddy painted a mural inside of it. I've seen pictures, but I haven't actually been, so we should go.
Dude, the one at Old Town Orlando,
Or
dude,
do that
that
in LA.
drop,
That'd be
bro,
fun too.
that one was fucking insane.
That one's fun.
That one was insane.
I want to try one of the outdoor ones where it's like an actual actual layout course.
Like shifter
That'd be kind of
carts.
cool to do. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That would be
definitely.
sick. Holy shit.
Instead of like the little electric ones.
Yeah. Damn, that would be sick.
Yeah, that'd be a ton of fun. We should do that. We should find like a really cool place in LA and go do that at the next event as like a team bonding thing on Sunday.
I'm so
That'd be
down,
cool.
dude. I am so fucking down.
Yeah, that'd be
That
great.
sounds so fucking awesome. But what is your favorite video game of all time? Like of all time.
All time. Man, the video games. I don't know, Smash Bros on the 64.
That's your
It's
favorite.
just so
like,
good.
game of all
Everybody
time?
used to be able to just pick it up and play. It's not like all this crazy stuff. It's just who's gonna get their ass whooped.
Great button mashing game for sure for noobs, because for some reason a noob that's button mashing could somehow beat someone who's been playing for like a year straight. You know, like
Dude,
there's
I'm unmatched at that game. I'm not trying to sound cocky, although it's true.
damn.
I had one friend growing up that was really good that could beat me, and it really pissed me off. He would play with Pikachu, and I think he beat me like 2 times, and then the third time we played with witnesses at our buddy's house, just 1-on-1. I smacked him like 3 times in a row.
Damn.
It was so good.
That
So
says
that was
something.
the last time we played each other.
Damn.
Yeah, to this day we still talk shit about it to each other. It's so fun.
Dude, I love fighting games like that. So
Who's
much
your
fucking fun.
characters? If in the original, not in like the other one, just the original Smash Bros. Who you guys picking?
Kirby was in that one, right?
Kirby.
Yeah.
Okay, I played Kirby. Kirby was fucking sick, bro.
Kirby and Mario, basic.
I was a Kirby guy.
Classic pink Kirby.
Yep.
Fuck no.
Classic pink.
The
What about
classic
you?
pink. Hell yeah.
A black Kirby.
Damn.
I can't hear anything he's saying. Hold on.
Oh my god. It's 'cause-
Black.
yeah, it's
Yeah, still no.
That's
All
not
right.
what you were saying, calling him earlier, Caden.
That's what I call it.
Oh, he's
Funny
back.
we were talking about the outdoor karting because there's an
And he's gone.
outdoor K1
What
circuit
is
in
going on?
Winchester.
It's that Mac Discord, bro. Mac Discord on Mac is so finicky.
I know.
That's okay though. But dude,
I think he's back.
we
I
need to
think
get
he's
an
back.
activity going.
My
Say
bad.
something. Yeah, he's back.
Back in black.
Welcome back, brother.
A black Kirby.
Yeah, but I would play as straight
It was,
pink
either,
Kirby.
it was either black or blue Kirby.
Damn, dude, I just had a connection to Kirby from that one Game Boy game, Kirby Nightmare in Dreamland. I played that one on the Game Boy, and man, that was like a fever dream when I was like a kid.
Caden doesn't even know what a Game Boy is.
Do you know what a Game Boy is, Caden?
Yes, I know what a Game Boy is.
Do you know what a
Fuck.
Nintendo 64 is?
Yes, I know what a Nintendo 64 is.
Okay, I just have to make sure. It's just a question. Now that we've said it,
Sorry, Caden. I'm just old.
we're on. Luckily, we're on a podcast, and then I'm gonna forget that we said that, and then I'm gonna ask you the same question again in like 3 or 4 weeks, maybe. You know.
When Smash Bros Ultimate came out, I remember I switched to play Marth. That was the character I played on Ultimate.
You know who's OP as fuck? Fucking Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he is meta.
I feel like I see him in a lot of like tournament play. Okay, speaking of
For
like
sure.
fighting
He's
games and
definitely
like
meta.
tournament play, I saw a clip of it today. Have you guys ever watched those like esports where they're playing like Smash or Mortal Kombat or something, or like some kind of fighting game like that?
No, I have.
Occasionally.
Dude, there's this one guy that I don't know if he's like a furry or like part furry, but he wears this fucking hat, and his name is Sonic Fox. His name is Sonic Fox, and he is like,
To be a pro esport player playing in full Furby getup.
I don't think he's not playing in like
You're just
full,
like every
full
time you
furry.
show up to an event, you're
He-
just like a fox.
He would wear these like he wears this like hat that has like these long dangly things. Look him up, Caden. Look him up. And
What's
you-
his name again?
He's
look
like
up,
the-
look up a
the dead
Sonic look
mouse
up
of
Sonic Fox
esports.
edit. Right?
Sonic Fox.
So he would wear like a hat, not like a mask or anything like that, but like a hat that had like ears on it and like the fucking long like I don't know what I think it was like little mittens or some shit on it. Look, to each his own. I'm not gonna say cringe because obviously it would be a complete hypocrite to what I said earlier, right? But definitely makes you think. There is this time where because he is like an undisputed champion in fighting games. He's fighting this one guy and he gets beat, and then all of a sudden he takes his hat off, takes the fucking blue fox hat off, and like everybody in the announcer's booth is like, "Oh, he took the hat off! Oh my god, what we've never even seen this before." Are you looking at it, Caden?
I'm trying to find just clips. It's just clips of him with his hat, and that's it.
Okay, share your screen. I want to see that clip, please. For the love of God, I want to see that clip. Everybody needs to see that clip,
Right.
especially Aaron. But he just had, I don't know what it was. It was like in Naruto when Lee took his weights off, dude. Like the aura that everybody had in the arena is like, oh my God, dude, this motherfucker took his fox hat off, dude. And it's like
Here,
makes me
let me
wonder.
share my
Like,
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now he's playing for real.
yeah. Check this shit
Now
out.
it's for real.
Check this shit out, Aaron. He's sharing his screen. Okay, maybe he is a
Alright,
full
you guys
furry.
watch
That
this?
looks like a full outfit right there. Yeah,
That's the only way to be a pro esports player is to go as a full on furry.
Look, he
It's
just lost a big
hilarious.
round. He just lost a huge round.
I don't think we've ever seen that before.
We have
Yikes.
We're seeing
Oh, man.
bare-headed human Sonic
I
Fox
thought his brain would be exposed there.
looking all too human right now.
Wow. Nobody
Right.
in the crowd saw.
Like, what
Oh,
aura?
that's just. Oh, he has the full fit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, he does.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
So,
that's the only way to show up. But you can't ever take it off. You can't let the people see what you look like. You just have to
it looked
play
like
as
he had
Batman.
to tap into a whole other like level of like Super Saiyan above a Super Saiyan, right? He's like it's oh, the gloves are off, I feel like that's like the analogy you can kind of make to it because if I am correct, he like came back and just destroyed that guy, like whatever game that I
He's
think
like,
it
all
was
right, I'm
Mortal
done
Kombat.
fucking around.
Exactly. He was like,
Sounds like
he's like, it's getting serious. Like he lost a round that he should have won. Takes the hat off and just goes to fucking town. I love that shit. What fucking aura, dude, to a fighting game, you know? But let's get back on Ready or Not, Aaron. Let's get back on Ready or Not, because I feel like now that Caden's gonna get it, we have to like educate him on it and kind of like prepare him for what.
Downloading right now.
Is it
I
really?
literally bought
I feel
it.
like we have. I feel like we have
bought
given
it.
him the gist. Yeah.
Dude, okay.
You just everything that you do has to be calculated. Gotta think it through. You have to make sure.
Let's teach the viewers about slicing the pie. I know what it is.
Aaron hates how I slice the pie by kicking the fucking door open and pepper spraying each and every fucking person in the room. I will go in
Pepper
guns
spray.
blazing. Yeah, dude, no joke. Because the way how you get like an S or like the highest rank is you have to do it non-lethal, which is fucking intense.
Almost impossible. It's so much easier to just shoot these people.
Right, dude. Like
Shoot
they're trying to kill you.
Ask questions later. Why
Right,
deal with
yeah.
all the BS?
Right, and we were playing
Who's innocent? Who's not? What does it matter?
we were playing some of the DLC last night because Aaron straight up, he's a legend. Gets the DLC for me basically, right?
What a guy.
There's the missions we were playing last night. It is like I think it's modeled after like the Santa Cruz boardwalk, and it's like
Santa Monica.
Santa
It's
Monica.
like a Santa Monica boardwalk. It's got like all the rides and stuff.
Yep. And
Yeah.
there are bioterrorists that are like going in, setting up like gas that literally kills you.
Yeah, you like walk up to this room. It's like a video arcade, and you're like walking up, and as you get ready to get to the door, this lady comes like out, and like all this gas comes out, and she's just like kind of melting from whatever it is.
Like
It's like eating her
bleeding from
skin.
her eyes. Like, dude,
It's crazy.
It is intense.
Yeah, you're just like,
right.
but you have to report it. You gotta be like, oh, she's dead.
Yep. And the thing is, you can't even use gas masks against these people because they're so advanced. They're using gas grenades. You can't use gas grenades against them because they have gas masks. You know, they're bioterrorists.
Doesn't work.
The AI to it is so good where if they hear you running around the corner, they will shoot through
you said
the
AI?
wall. Yeah, shut up, bro. This guy. But
No, like, is it actually AI or is it just the code of it?
It's just the code of the game. Yeah.
Okay.
dude, it
Some
is
games
so
have AI.
good.
There's some games that have AI with it now. So I was curious.
I genuinely think that it is AI. Like the shit, you will see a guy in a room the very first time you play and never see him in that room ever again for every single time you play after that. They are never in the exact same spot. They are always moving. Like it's like they'll suppress fire you, like shoot at you and like run to a new spot and like peek at you from a different angle. Right? Like it is very, very realistic. And we were doing this another mission last night where it was a bank, right? I'm pretty sure it's like a big like, Union Bank, like a skyscraper bank. And dude, it was intense. We're like going around, all these people are like protesting. Everybody has masks on, even the civilians, like because there's protesters. And so you have to like pick and choose like who like, oh shit, like if you shoot a guy that doesn't have a gun, but like that's illegal, you're getting docked. So, Aaron, tell everybody how that experience went when we were clearing the bank.
The bank. So the first try that we did, and there's a bunch of civilians that are all dressed up just the same as the bank robbers.
Yep.
They're like protesters, so they all have like face masks on and shirts that are
say
spray
fuck the
painted,
system.
Like, yeah. It's like an anarchy type, overthrow the system type deal. You can't shoot those people. You have to shoot the people that have the guns. So the first try was tough. The second try, we got it. And we realized there was a second floor because we got everything in the lobby of the bank handled, and then we start getting rained down on. Like, where is this coming from?
I am like this, like in
Immediately
real
have to
life, like
find
dodging.
cover, and then look up, and there's guys on the balcony shooting us. We had to turn down. Made a pretty incredible shot.
Yeah, and
You
you have
got
to
to
like
toggle it off of automatic.
And you have to like
It was a
time
semi.
their reloads because they are like we were like, what gun is he shooting at us with? Because it was so much louder than what everybody else was shooting, right? And the pressure was felt from us.
Dude, 50 round clip. This guy was dumping.
Dude.
I was like, is he ever gonna run out of bullets?
Literally, right?
It
And
was funny.
Aaron hits the fucking god shot, right? And we're like scaling it. We're just like we get like a D or something that we're not satisfied with, and we're kind of like exploring around. And I'm like, I look at this. We go in this room where there's like a projector, and I'm like, man, imagine if they use this angle, like how crazy it would be. Like, because it's literally like a gap in the blinds, like maybe 5 inches, maybe.
Yeah, and it's in a room that's on the second story, but yeah, you wouldn't think about that. The very next round that we play, like, all right, let's try this again. Let's try to get a better grade. You do it immediately. We come into that lobby, and there's a guy in that exact gap shooting at us through it, like right after Hatch pointed it out.
And it would, dude.
It's like, yeah, no, that's why it's there. It's definitely there for that. So.
The thing, I just love how the UI for the game is just so like realistic. Like if you're like,
it's fun.
If you're really like fighting for your life like that, like dude, they were relentless. You know, there will be times where oh dude, like for the one like the Santa Monica Boardwalk one, they were dressed as cops.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like, dude,
they'll try to confuse you.
Yes.
So it's like on some Dark Knight type stuff
I remember
they'll dress like the cops and have the civilians dressed like the bank robbers, and they'll try to trick you.
I remember the very first time
it's good.
we played.
It's a tough game.
The very first time we played, Aaron, like the very first time we played, there was this one, we're doing this one mission, and the guy is like, hey, help me. Aaron's like, oh, I gotta go help this guy. Turns the corner, the terrorist was yelling help me to bait Aaron, just straight gunned him, and he's like, oh,
I couldn't believe a game would do this to
right,
me.
dude, it was
like, I paid for this. I paid for this game, and
Paid for an
it's
actual
tricking me.
It was such an intense game where if you plant yourself in their shoes, where you really have like a whole other like outlook on the way that like law enforcement has to deal with these like really big what would you call them, raids?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there are some where it's like you have to raid a meth house and the guy is in a fucking ghillie suit with his cock out. Like the game is intense. Nah, I'm not even messing with you, bro.
It's wild. It's
Right.
a wild game.
Right, where you have to go deal with
Rated
like
M for
human.
mature.
Yeah, where you have to go deal with like human traffickers in
And that
like
means
Beverly
nothing.
Hills. Like, dude, it's intense, right?
It's
But
fun.
have you ever seen that movie? Me and Caden watched it very, very recently, and I just want to talk about it just ever so slightly. Did you ever see 28 Years Later?
I've never seen any of those movies.
I jumped straight.
I've always
to
heard
28
about
years.
them, but I never watched the first one. I haven't watched the new ones. Maybe one day I'll sit down and watch all of them.
I just watched
I'll say it.
one of the new ones.
As a first-time watcher, it was pretty good. Like it's like when you think of like zombie movies, it gets kind of like saturated with like, oh, they're all the same. Like it's all like the same zombie bullshit. But like, I don't really feel like it was like a zombie movie. I feel like it was like, it's North Sentinel Island. That's basically what it is.
Dude, but like
But
way more
It
feral.
was good. And the fact too,
Yeah, the first
that
one's supposed to
it
be
was-
amazing, right? It's supposed to
Yeah.
be like a classic.
the fact that it was filmed on an iPhone, bro, that makes me like think like, damn, I can make it if I wanted to. Like I could do this too.
Dude,
Like, just give me some iPhones and I could make this.
Man, you can do a lot of stuff on iPhones these days.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. I heard there's an app that you can bake a pizza on one.
what?
You can what?
Hold on. Say that again. You can bake a pizza on an iPhone.
Yeah, you can bake a pizza on an iPhone.
Is this like an app where you're just like that beer chug one where you're like this and you're like, oh, look at me drinking? Is like one of
I
those?
don't know.
Okay,
Yeah,
what the
I
fuck?
don't think you can actually
called-
bake a pizza
It's
on a
called
phone.
Papa's Pizzeria. Duh.
Oh my god. 'Cause
Yeah,
now-
they're crazy though. They're super wild. Every year, I wonder. Like, I feel like we're at the point we're finally going full circle where people are coming off of the whole "I want to have an iPhone that can do anything" to like over it. Just give me the flip phone. They just want to go straight back.
That's kind of where
And
I'm
now
at,
people
honestly.
are paying like more money to have phones that we had 20 years ago.
Yeah, and do
People
less
are
on.
like, I want a Razor. So we've had the Razor.
More power to them. I want my iPhone.
I
That's
like
funny.
having just the access of being able to look up whatever I wanted. Having a supercomputer at the tip of my fingers. Like that's just the best part about it for me. You know, if I have a question or I
It's
don't
pretty
understand
convenient.
anything, you know,
It's pretty nice having all that information. That's like kind of what we were talking about earlier with like tattooing and art and just learning in general. There's so much information out there now too, where
can't absorb it all.
I remember when I was 16 and I had to work on my car, it was like you had to have somebody show you how to do the brakes. Like, I don't know how to do the brakes. Like, somebody has to show you. Now, you could look up how to do the brakes on your exact year and model and have 10 videos. Somebody being like, this is how you do it. There's so much information out there if you want to do anything. I feel
Literally.
like that was kind of always what college was. And now I feel like college is essentially just getting the degree so that you have it. Whereas like the information, you can be like college educated if you really want to
Mhm.
by just like researching and doing all your homework on a subject or learning as much as you can about it. But you could also fall down the rabbit hole that Caden does, like the Alex Jones rabbit hole where I've got the documents right here. I have the white papers.
Turning the
Black
fucking
helicopter
frogs gay.
somewhere in his house. It's like a very fine
Dude, the water
line
does
of
make him
information.
gay.
Hey man, that's a real thing, dude. All I'm saying is they are putting stuff in the water that's making the frogs gay. That's all I'm saying. He was right. He's right about that for sure. But
Hatch, how do you feel about having an iPhone for a while now?
you know, I can't say I'm a new.
Were you one of the holdouts? Were you an Android guy?
I
for a
was
while?
I was a
He was a
holdout.
He's like, Android's better. The camera's great.
No,
He's like,
I was
"Talk to
I
my camera."
I always acknowledged that the camera was better on iPhone. I always acknowledged
No,
it.
no. The camera's way better on Androids. Like
No
for sure.
way, bro.
They're the new Samsungs. He had an old Samsung.
Yeah, the old
Okay.
old.
I was gonna
Samsung
say
version
no.
of it, right?
Now
The new
it's like
one.
not even a. That's not even a debate. It's everybody knows that Apple will say that.
Interesting. Okay. Right.
Yeah, their cameras are way better.
And plus, you know, this
You got the green bubble in the chat. Nobody wants to see that. They're
right.
like,
That was like the number one thing that people were telling me. Oh, dude, don't wear green bubble. But I guess
Yeah.
what I like about
Imagine
it
it's just
is
that's the only thing that annoys people.
I just like being able to FaceTime. You know, I'm a FaceTimer. You know, I like,
FaceTime's fun.
you know, no one's gonna install fucking Skype, you know, or any fucking third party
Yeah.
bullshit like that, right? Like, or
They
hey,
should just
That's
if they
so
like really
2000.
want to make it, they should just make it so that you could FaceTime with iPhones, but like it doesn't matter. You're just voice calling.
yeah,
But I don't know.
and I
They
guess
stop it on purpose, to be
and
honest.
I mean the camera at that time where I switched, the camera was better on the iPhone. Like when the time that I did switch, and that was a big thing for me. Obviously, I'm kind of getting into a little bit more of like content, like trying to at least, you know, but it was cool.
He's
And
an
it was
influencer.
it was just
Next year it's gonna be Coachella. I'm surprised it wasn't this
airdrop.
year.
AirDrop is probably a big thing for you too now, huh?
airdrop was a big thing for me because I was
Airdrop's
able
great.
to get media across a little
Airdrop's
bit
the way.
faster, right? And you know, I actually had this thing, dude. Speaking of Coachella, oh man, let me see if I have it in my notes. I hope I have it. All right, here we go. Speaking of Coachella just happened. So there's a little subject I got. I got some things at Coachella, and I want you guys to guess how much they cost.
Oh god.
Okay?
Okay.
How for 24 hours, or sorry, for 12 hours, how much is a charging locker? Place to charge your phone. You know, a place where you get
Oh, 50. 50.
50.
50.
And these are
12
these are
hours?
verified. I have verified numbers.
Here, hold on. Look.
Don't be looking nothing up,
60.
Caden.
60.
60.
No, I'm doing math.
I know he's a little cheater.
Straight
he's
up,
like,
bro.
don't worry, I'm not looking at anything.
Hey,
up.
Chat
90
GPT.
Not me.
Dude,
No, I have a
Caden,
calculator.
you are such a little bitch. It was $90. He for sure looked it up.
Is it actually?
It is $90.
No,
Yeah.
I did $8 times
No one
12. I said
buys your
96.
surprise
I said
face.
90.
We all know what you were doing.
Straight up, bro. Literally.
No, I have a
He's-
calculator.
What?
Calculator right
What?
there.
He's like,
The calculator
dude, you
right
looked like this. You looked like this. You were
He's
like,
like, I was just using my calculator on my phone. I wasn't going to the internet.
yeah, straight
Dude,
up.
I have I have a
Yeah.
calculator right
Okay. Next. Tacos, nachos, and a drink. Two
All together?
street tacos, nachos, and a drink. How much would that combo cost?
Yeah, I'd say 80 or 90.
80 or 90?
Two
I
tacos?
saw something about
Two
the food
two
there
street-
the other
two
day,
street
and the food was
tacos.
crazy expensive. Like, it was unbelievably expensive.
So how much did you say, Aaron? 80?
80.
80?
80.
Caden?
All right, I'll do the Price is Right style. 81.
81? All right, so taco, nachos, and a drink was $125.
125.
125.
Holy shit.
These are verified numbers.
Yeah, but they're influencers. Everybody out there is an influencer. It's crazy.
Right?
I saw a bunch of F1 drivers were out there, like Valtteri Bottas and Daniel Ricciardo and
Just having a good
Lewis
time.
Hamilton. Like, yeah, those are the types of
Coachella
people
used
that
to
are
be free?
there.
Yeah. What? What'd you say, Caden?
It used to be
Coachella
free? I don't know.
I don't
Probably back in the day.
Maybe.
Probably a
Back in
while
like the
ago.
fucking 70s before it was called Coachella.
Probably just about like, yeah, everybody going out there and having fun. Now it's like this
a thing.
It never was.
Now
It was
crazy,
affordable.
crazy money thing.
All right, so
I mean, those are the only people left in LA are influencers. So
another
everybody else moved.
another menu item. So 8 chicken nuggets with caviar. That was
my God.
that was a thing. That was
Oh,
food. A menu
wait.
item.
Yeah.
Wait,
Chicken
yeah,
nuggets
now
with
you're-
caviar.
Caviar
With
with chicken
caviar.
nuggets.
What?
I don't know. $100.
150.
Caden, you got it. 150 right on the dot. It was
You looked up
100
the whole list, Caden.
Yeah, he really did. He really did look up the whole
He
list.
hell
I
did.
did.
Oh my
Dude,
Bro,
God.
give
Stop,
me
bro.
my fucking medal, bro. I am sharp shooting.
First of all, you're what's that one video where the guy he's like fishing and he fakes it. He's like, we got weights and fish. You ever seen that video where the guy we got
yeah.
weights and fish? That's you, Caden, you fucking cheater.
No, I'm
I
sniping.
know you don't even want to
bro.
have a fair fight on
Yeah,
your own podcast.
that's
You're
crazy,
like,
bro.
I'm gonna look up all these
Sniping. That's
answers
crazy.
so that I
Dude,
come out
sign
on
me up
top.
for a game show, bro.
All right,
I am ready.
for
Oh man.
a resale ticket, right? If you don't have a ticket and you're going up to the front and you're getting a last second ticket, from people selling them, how much would you say the average
many
ticket
days
would
is
cost?
I don't know. I've never even looked up what the tickets are normally, so I would have no frame of reference.
How many days is Coachella? Do you know?
I think it's like
Isn't it 2 weekends?
I think so, yeah.
2
Just fu-
weekends?
I have no idea. You're talking about just for a day?
Caden, you're
or-
already looking it up. How do you not know?
My hands are. My guess,
He's playing.
$1,000 $1,000.
All right, Aaron, what's your guess?
1001.
Aaron gets it. It's $3,000.
Oh my god!
Man.
All right, so
That's awful.
a premium 1-day suite where you get to, and it's during the day where it's like that little area where you get like your own little box, kind of
I'd say 15.
25,000.
15,000.
25,000 and 15,000. All right, so a 1-day premium suite is $45,000. And there are
That was
I'm
close.
so off the pulse.
and there are bitches that are selling their souls for that.
I'm not picking this guy as a partner in a game show.
What is this?
Okay.
Have you ever seen the documentary about that guy that got like all the answers right on
Yeah, I
Wheel of
did.
Fortune?
Yeah. And they
Yeah,
didn't
he studied it.
Yeah, he called his mom as well,
He
right?
created and wrote a code for practicing it, so he would quiz himself on a daily basis, and then he would go to the show over and over and over and over again, and he would eventually get on. And even the episodes that he didn't get on, and he was just in the audience, he's in the background yelling out the actual price. And if you would listen to him, you'd be right every time.
Wow.
And it got to a point where they didn't want to like pay him because he would get so much stuff right.
Yeah.
Every time he was on, he would be like, "Oh, that's $492.75." They're like, "How do you know that?" And he's like, "Oh, that's the one that doesn't have the extra CD player. It's only the FM tape player. So obviously that's how much it is." He had
What a god.
every single item on there.
Obviously.
It was like 60,000 items or something. He had them all memorized of
Maybe that's what
how
it
much
is.
they cost.
Maybe Caden
It
just
was
memorized
crazy.
all these Coachella questions. Maybe that's what it was.
No.
Did I put him in the chat? I gotta check. Did I put him in the chat? No way.
bro. You brought up the little game show. I got excited. I had
Okay,
a
okay.
channel. I had to get a comeback from the Family Feud.
So I looked up this one myself. This was the last one. So an Airbnb near the site. How much do you think an Airbnb costs near the site?
For a weekend?
10,000 for a night.
So
1,000.
I
For a
was
for a night.
I was looking at different ranges, right? for like a day, for like a week. So they were arranging for the day to $9,000 for like a single day.
Yeah.
And that was like far off site,
That's
like
wild.
maybe 15 miles away. And then there were other ones that for 3 days were $109,000. Like,
fuck.
bro.
Yeah, you got to be an F1 driver to be going.
Straight up, bro. Like, oh my god, I felt like I would
he's
just fucking camp.
There's
You know?
levels to this shit.
You know, Caden, when you succeed from your internship, dude, don't forget about us when you're famous. We're going to Coachella, Aaron. We're going to Coachella, baby. You know, all I'm saying is, dude, when I was a kid, I didn't understand it, but now I do. Justin Bieber, dude, he's got a banging voice, bro. What
You
can
know,
Hey, you guys got
funny
to come
enough,
up here. We'll go out to Burning Man.
I'm in.
on the topic of money, I just learned how much like my father has to pay for registering your car in California.
It's a lot,
And
bro.
he was telling me how much he has to pay, and I was like, bro, that's fucking retarded.
For sure, bro. Uncle
Oh,
Sam's got to
it-
get his
it
little
was-
bit, you know?
Mind-boggling to me that we have to pay that much money to drive a fucking car yearly. Makes no sense to me.
Crazy, right?
Greedy bastards.
Makes you wonder, like, who is controlling the fucking real world? Who's enforcing this shit?
Newsom. Gavin Newsom.
Straight up, bro. Straight new scum. No, I'm just kidding. You guys heard that one before? I hear that one all the fucking time.
Who's the most liberal on the team?
Oh fuck, the most liberal. Paul, yeah.
You said Paul.
I mean, it's probably
Accurate.
it's probably true. He's I don't want to say his profession, but you know, I saw him at a protest. You know, so I mean, I'm not going to a fucking protest.
Does Newsom win? If they're gonna run him, they're for sure gonna run him for president. Does Newsom win?
I think it would be insane if he did. Genuinely, I think.
Do you think it happens?
I think he runs, but I think that it would be absolutely fucking insane the way the way he fucked up California, and it's like if people
Who
are
do
like,
they run against him?
I don't fucking know, bro. I
Who's
don't
it
even
gonna be?
know.
It's gonna be The Rock. They're gonna do The
Yeah,
Rock.
bro, it
probably.
literally go like the thing is now that Donald Trump was president, now it's like okay, game show time, America's most popular, you know, dude. Okay, whoever invented Baja
It's
fucking
Baja
Blast,
time.
yeah, whoever invented.
Hey, the
Dude,
Baja Blast.
If I
Promote them.
if I was president, I would make sure there would not be any more than a mile between each water fountain that gives out Mountain Dew Baja Blast out of a water fountain in every single city.
You're just literally recreating the Idiocracy fucking movie.
I'm
where
just
we
saying.
water the plants with Baja Blast instead of fucking water.
No,
Why won't they grow?
all I'm saying is that would be good. Baja Blast, that would be good. But anyway, fuck that movie, Idiocracy. But
That movie's so good. Yeah, Mike
Awful
Judge is the
movie.
man.
you know, I think the reason why that
It was
movie was so
funny.
corrupted for me is because AJ is like, dude, you gotta watch it. Dude, you gotta watch it. He's like fucking grabbing me by the shoulders. You gotta watch fucking Idiocracy.
The intensity.
Yeah, and I'm just like, you're making me not want to watch it. You know,
It was
It
funny.
is. I'm a big Mike Judge fan.
it's a funny
Anything
movie.
he
The
does,
concept
it's
is
good.
one in a million. Like you have to be a truly genius person to write a script like that and write that whole scenario up. Because it is just
Well, I
so
mean, King of the
funny and
Hill
so
has
good.
always been really good, and then
King of the Hill is good because
other
now that we're
movies he
older,
made,
it's
like
getting relatable.
Office Space. Office Space is so good, so funny about the monotony of just working late '90s in some tech corporate place, doing the same monotonous job, just hating your life every day and being like, you know what, I'm not gonna go. I'm just not gonna go to work. And then he just by some miracle gets promoted over and over and over. They're like, this guy is a straight shooter with upper management written all over him. It's so funny.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
He
When
does
Gavin,
great stuff.
when Gavin went
always.
to school with me, there was some random guy that interviewed us. He was like, I'm doing an interview on why people love bad movies, and we were like, okay, and Gavin was like, oh, I don't really like bad movies, even though like that was the whole point of the interview. And I looked at Gavin, I was like, actually, Idiocracy is my favorite bad movie. It was like, yeah, that's a good one. And, dude, God, the movie's awful, bro.
I don't know. I don't know if you're coming at it with the right aspect. I think like why we like bad movies is like movies that are like obviously bad. Like if you were trying to take it seriously, you wouldn't be able to. Like all right, a great
At least get the good
example.
one.
Want a
Sharknado.
good example because it's crazy the dichotomy between the old one and the new one. The new one is like one of the best movies that's came out in the last 5 years. Dune.
Mm.
You guys have both seen the
I have
Dune
not.
movies,
I actually
right?
have not seen
My
Dune.
name is Paul Maji Atreides.
Lisan Al Gaib. You don't know Lisan Al Gaib?
Dude, I've never seen the Dune movies.
Oh my god, they're the new ones. Tell them, Caden.
Chalamet.
They're so good. The new ones are fantastic. They're so good. Original.
I remember
Dune.
when I was watching, I was still super confused on what the fuck was going on. It was a good movie.
Yeah, if you have somebody that can so the books, there's a lot going on, so it's understandable. But the books, there's a couple books to the whole like world that explains more. George Lucas got the concept for Star Wars from the Dune books, and that's
Really?
where Star Wars came from.
No way.
But yeah,
Wow.
the original Dune movie was in the 80s. If you want to watch a good bad movie, the movie's terrible. It's like one of the worst movies of all time. I think it's like ranked. Like if you were to Google like some of the worst movies, it's so fucking bad. But you watch it and you're just like, oh, this is cheesy, this is corny, this is like, but it's fun to watch movies like that because of how cheesy and corny and stuff they are. That's why they did that whole Mystery Science Theater 3000
Yeah.
grown up, where they would play these bad movies and just clown them the whole time because it's fun. So I think that's like kind of that was the point of the interview was movies like that. They're
the
like
thing is,
so obviously painful to watch that it's fun.
okay, look at a movie like this. Okay, it's obviously bad, but it's so bad that it's good, like Spaceballs. Have you ever seen that movie, Spaceballs?
I grew up on Spaceballs. I'm a
Right.
big Mel Brooks fan.
You know what I'm saying?
All
That-
the Mel Brooks stuff is good, like Blazing Saddles, Spaceballs.
Like
yeah.
that movie is like supposed to be bad, like it's supposed to be a parody movie of Star Wars.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it is just so good, it's become like a cult classic.
Well, that's it. I mean, it was a big
You
hit
watched.
even back then. It never being Mel Brooks. It was never taking itself seriously off the start. Like when you go in, you see him wearing the giant helmet. Like
Yes, Darth
they're
helmet.
very obviously making fun of like the whole concept and every little like aspect of it. They're not like trying like the first Dune movie from the 80s. They were trying to make a good movie. They were trying their hardest.
Gotcha.
And it was just bad. It was
Okay.
so bad. Like the dude when he floats up, you like see the strings. It's bad.
Maybe that's what we got to do next time, Caden. I'm over at your place. We got to go in the movie. We got to go in the movie.
Watch the original.
It's
Dune.
long too, dude. It's like it's 3+. It's so
What the
long.
fuck?
What the fuck?
It's a nightmare.
Yeah, we're not fucking doing that, Hedge.
Nah, dude.
Oh my god, it's a real mission if you want to do
You know
that.
what,
That's
Aaron?
that's an investment.
A mission for you before we have practice this weekend. You got to watch 28 Years Later.
If I get time in the next 2 days, I'll try to do it.
All right. So if you don't, you're gay. So you know how it works. But anyway, well let's start to wrap it up, boys. It's getting a little bit late. We're about to hit that 3-hour mark. Good shit, guys. Caden.
Right on.
If Aaron watches the podcast, he knows what I'm about to ask.
He has no idea.
He doesn't know. What's your favorite color?
Green.
Green.
Any specific green?
Teal.
Just green?
Technically,
Teal.
it would be, the teal.
Okay.
The
I'm
rims
like,
on my car are teal. That's why I built like the teal mass. I don't know.
I'm
a
like
mint,
perfectly
like a mint
conflicted.
green, a teal green. I love it. It's a cool color.
Yeah, I'm like perfectly conflicted right between like teal and like that olive dark green. Like the forest green almost in a way. Like those are like
All greens
too
are great.
good.
Green
So
is
good.
just. It's
I would
good.
vote for teal. I did too.
Wow, it's crazy. Forget it's a good.
They
color, though.
say geniuses choose
You
green.
literally just said like, "Oh, I'm debating to." That's crazy.
No, Caden, you like red, buddy. You like red. Get out of here, red guy.
That's actually not my favorite color at all. It's just
favorite?
my setup.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your favorite color?
Dark purple.
Damn.
Dark purple.
Dark purple.
Dark
hell
purple.
yeah.
What do I?
Okay. All right, Aaron. Last question I got for you. If every single human being was attached to a conduit and there was a microphone on the end, and you could speak to every single person on Earth, and it'd be translated to their native language, every single person on Earth, what would you say?
I know. I've heard you say this question before.
See, they
Yeah,
remember my question,
man.
Caden. The fucking
There was
color
somebody
one.
that said like a very similar answer because I remember when I heard you ask that, I was like, that is, if you could say something like speak was like the voice of God,
Hmm.
be like, has anybody heard about Room 40?
Mm.
No, yeah, if you could say something to anybody on a realistic level, yeah, just be nice to each other. Yeah, and try to be compassionate towards each other. Like that's really, if the world would do that, it'd be so much better. Like that's just be more understanding and more caring.
Mm-hmm. But
So
just
that's really what the world needs, you
there's
know.
not enough
There's no,
caring.
I see that in paintball where there's like this weird hierarchy of people that it's like this is already a very weird esoteric thing that we like to do and have fun with, but there's people that are you know, if you go pro, it doesn't even necessarily have to be that, but like, and not to say all pro players do that, but there's like some sort of ego that happens and like, oh yeah, I'm so and so and blah blah blah. I see the same thing in tattooing. It's always such, it's so telling of like who somebody is as a person to see that.
Yep.
Whereas when you see other people that they're on that level and they're still super nice and super humble and super cool, and that's so much more impressive. You know, I've been tattooed by people that are just super big names and super cool. You know, big like a big deal in the world of art, and I've been able to talk to them. They talk to you. They're just a regular person. That's how they view themselves, even though other people might view them as like this person's larger than life.
Mm-hmm.
That happens in the paintball world. It'd be so much better if people just understood like maybe that person that's playing D5 is like you saying something to them could like change the way they like approach this or how serious they take it or how much they care about it. Like you have the ability to make somebody's day.
Absolutely.
And I think that that's like such a big thing if people had that in their minds of just being, instead of trying to be cool, just trying to be nice and be more caring towards each other. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Like
Being
that's
nice
the
is
real
cool.
thing. We have a big thing of that I think in paintball that happens where with amongst the divisions and it's like, dude, unless somebody's being annoying and is like, you know, I understand like people being annoying or whatever, but if somebody's just talking to you, you don't have to big league them and act like you're too cool for them. It's
Yeah.
like we all just play paintball, dude. It's
Exactly.
that's all it is. It's not that serious. Like we make it as serious as we want to make it, which is obvious. Like, but at the end of the day, it's somebody else that has like a similar interest to you that likes this thing just as much as we do.
Yep.
Why not be nice to them? So
Hell yeah.
Be nice, or else Aaron's gonna come down and kill you.
Yeah. Or else he's gonna just get a tattoo that you're a fucking bitch and just gonna mark you forever. You know, stain you.
He's gonna slice the
good way.
pie on your ass.
Oh, dude, do not let Aaron slice the pie on you, bro. It's game over.
I'm known to slice some pie.
Amen, dude. Amen, dude. But Aaron, dude, thank you so much for being on here, bro. Genuinely,
Yeah, it was
it
fun.
was fucking awesome. We've built a
Anytime.
fantastic friendship to where, dude, if you ever needed anything, dude, I'd be up there in a second. You know,
I appreciate it.
and
Yeah.
I'm excited to see
I
you
feel
this
the same way
weekend.
with you guys.
Dude, the
Yeah,
family aspect
coming
we
onto
have.
the team.
Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
Coming onto the team, it's been nothing but love. Everybody's super fun. It's awesome to have like a great group of friends that I can genuinely enjoy being around and enjoy having, you know, these events to go to with and have fun at. And
And no one's
you know,
fake on the
it's
team.
cool.
I don't think there's anybody that's like fake or is like wearing like a mask, right? I feel like we've all been around each other so long to where it's like when someone's off and they're not being themselves, like we can all easily identify it, like relatively quick, you know.
It's great. It's super fun, man.
So
I yeah, I really like it. So it's been getting to come onto the team and play with you guys this year. Yeah, it's been everything. It's awesome.
Fuck yeah. Well,
So
dude, if we get that 50 paid Patreon goal, me and Caden are getting tats, dude. It is what it is. So make sure you like, subscribe. Did we not
Hell
say
yeah.
that? Did we not say that? We said that, right? Aaron?
No.
Yeah,
We did
yeah,
not
no, I-
say that. I do.
We
it
said
was
we're
a
gonna-
verbal
do.
agreement.
Yeah,
I heard
it was a
that
verbal
Caden
agreement.
made himself. It's on camera. We have it all recorded. We recorded the whole thing, Caden.
Brando, Aaron, and myself are gonna go and do a little meeting and come up with 4 possible things. We're gonna have the Patreon vote on it, on what they want.
He remembers. He's the one that proposed it.
Literally, you're crazy, bro. All right, what's the code word, bro? What's the code word of the week? Betrayal.
Betrayal. Yeah, the code of the week is betrayal.
Yeah. So if
Betrays,
you guys made it this far in the podcast, make sure you guys know that Caden is a betrayal of his own words. So code word of the week: betrayal. What? Say something.
Crash out. I'm gonna crash out.
There we go. All right. Well, if
Much slander.
you guys made it this far, it's your boy Steven Hatch, Caden, and we got Aaron Brock, one of the rocks. So great talking to you guys again. See you guys next week. Bye.
Peace.